Welcome back. We're getting close to kickoff here from Greenville. Both teams taking the field. The IA Colonels and the St. Joe Fighting Irish. What a crowd. What an atmosphere we've got here in the Delta tonight. The top two teams in AAA going to get it settled right here on the field.
Yeah, you're exactly right here. Wow, this is a very big St. Joe team. They're finally getting to the sidelines for the first time here, and they've got some good-sized young men on their team there, and they're going to be a force to reckon with tonight. Indianola Academy is a little light up front, especially on that offensive line. Hopefully our quickness and speed will definitely pay off there and get in and make some key blocks there and open up those holes for Sherman Timms, because I know he's ready to get back into some action this week.
One thing to point out, you mentioned St. Joe won the toss. They deferred. They will be kicking off, not your traditional kickoff. They squib it every time. I don't know if they call themselves going for the actual onside kick with every kickoff, but it's always a short kick on the ground, something the Colonels are going to have to watch out for. It gave us fits last year at times.
So somewhere around Samuel Rose-esque, is that where you're getting at?
Perhaps.
We got to give old Samuel a shout out there. Hey, he got it done for the Colonels for about 2 or 3 years there whenever we were rough in the kicking game there. But, hey, whatever works here, and that's what St. Joe – I remember listening last year, watching. Heck, I was on the Gulf Coast listening to the game. We were in a restaurant. It was loud, and I had the game on listening the whole time. Everybody thought I was retarded and on my phone, and it was kind of crazy. But it was a good game, and it was frustrating listening because you're right. All those turnovers up front there, it's frustrating for sure.
Sebastian Harris is back deep to return, although we don't anticipate him having an opportunity. He's averaging 17 yards of return on the season. Trevor Mootsie is set to kick it away for St. Joe, who moves left to right. The Colonels will move right to left, and the short kick is fielded and down by Josh Hill at the 47 of IA, and that's where the Colonels will have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, just good hands there. Josh Hill playing second base in baseball there has those good hands there, and also it shows on the football field as he took that squib kick there. It went a little high on him, high bounce there, and he just watched it right in his hands, immediately fell down. Great job there by the Colonels.
Colonels in the road whites, blue letters, blue numbers, blue pants, blue helmet with the white IA logo. The quarterback, Will Davis, will go under center. He'll turn, hand off to Harris, who's hit in the backfield and spun down for a loss. Back to the 44. That's a 3-yard loss for Harris. That'll bring up 2nd and 13.
I did see Schieffer Phillips at our left tackle here starting tonight for the Colonels, so Hunter Price is not able to go.
St. Joe is in their home greens with white letters, white numbers, gold helmet with the green clover, 3-leaf clover. 2nd and 13 for the Colonels from their own 44. Davis will check to the sideline. He'll have Timms and Harris in the backfield. Kimball and Bolden split out to the right. I formation, and officials will blow this one dead. We have a flag or a timeout.
I was about to say that nose guard is very, very close in that neutral zone. Hey, he's digging in there, though. He's the one that made the disruption in at the previous game.
I'm going to call a false start on the Colonels. That'll back them up 5 yards to the 39 and bring up 2nd and 18.
I could have seen that being offsetting penalties there, Watson.
So 2nd and 18 now. Colonels going in the wrong direction here. From their own 39, just underway from St. Joe. Harris goes in motion to the right side. They give it to him. They try the speed play. Makes a couple of men miss and gets maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. We'll see where they mark him down.
Yeah, the Colonel's just getting out in the open field there, letting Harris get to the outside and doing what he does best and getting that feet moving and getting that speed going, showing his athleticism there. Colonel's blocking good up front and just couldn't get downfield and make some more blocks down there. And but you're at a 3rd down and long situation.
7-yard pickup to the 46 brings up 3rd and 11. Ball is on the far hash. Davis will work out of the gun with trip receivers to the far side. Davis has the screen set up. It's complete to Sherman Timms, and he's going to be taken down at midfield. The short gain for Timms, only going to pick up 4. Let's see, they may mark him shy of midfield. Colonels will have to punt it away. Not the start they wanted offensively
No,
here.
it wasn't, and that middle screen there was set up. Sherman read the block wrong. Wesley Lester had a nice seal block to the outside, and Sherman popped to the outside, and that's who made the tackle there. It's just unfortunate situation there for the Colonels.
Will Lang is on the punt, stands at his own 35. He'll get off a high kick, a high wobbly kick, going to hit at the St. Joe 30. and will take a Colonel roll inside the 25 to the 22, and that's where the Irish will start their first possession. 9:50 to play first quarter, no score here from St. Joe.
Well, the first series there, St. Joe really dug in on defense here. Both of these teams, their staple of the team is the defense there, where both of them returned a lot of starters from last year's team. Expected to be a very big defensive struggle here, and both teams just really got a very staunch, tough defense, very stingy, greedy. They all get after it, don't quit till the whistle blows kind of mentality. Indianola first series on defense here.
29-yard punt for Lang. The quarterback for the Irish is number 1, Bryce Johnson. He is a junior. He'll open in the gun and have LaKendrick Ford in the backfield. He'll hand it off to Ford. Tries the left side. He's hit around the line of scrimmage and brought down. Pickup of 1 to the 23. It's like Stuart Nichols in there on the tackle.
I was going to say, all right, and also 64 there.
Jack Dodd.
Yeah, Jack Dodd was in there as well. 26, John Abbott-Smith did a good job of standing up his offensive tackle there and really clogging that hole up there so he couldn't bounce to the outside.
2nd and 9 for the Irish from their own 23. Ball is on the left hash. They'll hand it off to Ford once again. This time picks up a few across the 25 up to maybe the 28 before he's taken down. Stuart Nichols in there once again. Also Stephon Smith on the stop.
Well, Watson, you knew this game was serious whenever you send out 4 of your seniors there to be your captains at the game. A lot of times they rotate those seniors. We sent out pure starters there this time. All 4 of them really wanting to come out there and step out and get that momentum started on the coin flip.
3rd and 5 for the Irish. Johnson will work out of the gun once again. Fakes the handoff, looking to pass. Lost it down the right side. He's got a man at the 45. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Trey Adams. Threw it over his head and out of bounds. Colonel's caught a break there because Adams was open.
He sure was, and I guarantee you Adams had that. I mean, he is long and lanky. I guarantee you number 11 there could turn on the Jets and get up that field, that sideline there. The Colonels caught a huge break. I don't know where the breakdown in coverage was there that time. Actually, Adams just kind of settled in behind the deep outside third the D-back had, and then the other outside linebacker had the flats there. So he got in nestled between them in a tough place.
4th and 5, Darius Hendricks to punt it away. It's a short kick. Going to hit at the 46 and take a Colonel roll back inside Irish territory. And it'll be down at the 37, a short field for the IA Colonels here on their second drive of the night. Still no score between the Colonels and Irish. 8:29 to go first quarter.
Well, the Colonels going to play in field position right now. Defense really stood up as they have the past 3 weeks. And Indianola Academy's offensive front here really needs to get it going here on this second series of offense. Will Davis needs to get calmed in there, nestled in, and let's make some moves.
Only a 15-yard punt. 1st and 10 Colonels from the Irish 37. Ball is on the near hash. Harris goes in motion. Davis going to keep it straight ahead. He's got running room, and he's loose down the left side to the 15, to the 10. Davis to the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Colonels. And IA will go up 6-0 with 8:20 to go in the first quarter. A 37-yard run from the sophomore Will Davis. That touchdown brought to you by our friends at Sookie's Restaurant and Catering. Don't forget to text 601-941-3922.
A beautifully ran and executed veer there. Everybody bid on Sebastian Harris. Davis pulled the ball and ran back to the left side there. An excellent seal block by Randy Kimball on the outside there, down the field out of his wide receiver position, and that vaulted Will Davis into that end zone.
Lang is on for the extra point. Kick is up. It's a low line drive, and it is no good. Hooked it left. So the Colonel lead will stay 6-0 with 8:20 to play in the first quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta. Welcome back. The Colonels on the board here in Greenville. Will Davis with a 37-yard touchdown run after a short punt from Darius Hendricks. One play, 37 yards on the scoring drive, and Will Lang's kickoff is going to take Perry. It's Dylan Perry back into the end zone for a touchback. The Irish will start 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Well, tough break there for the Colonels. Just when everything starts looking good, you go in and you miss the PAT, Watson. And in a game this big, 1 point means a mile, and that's crazy. Man, that's tough there. If St. Joe, we know they can get some momentum going real quick and can score at will. Next thing you know, you look up, they've scored 2 or 3 times, and we're going for having to go for 2 to catch back up. Tough break there by the Colonels.
So the Irish will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20. The quarterback, Johnson, will work out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Johnson takes a snap, looking to pass, fires right side. It's complete to Trey Adams. And working the sideline, gets to the 30 before he's taken out of bounds by Sebastian Harris. They're actually going to mark him out shy of the 30. They'll put it at the 28, so an 8-yard pickup will bring up 2nd and 2.
Well, Gray Odom trying to use that 12th man, that sideline there, to be that 12th man, and Odom chose poorly going to the inside there. Adams, the receiver, shot down the outside there and was able to get about 6 or 8 extra yards there, and the Colonels really just having to hustle there, getting caught off guard.
2nd and 2 Irish. Johnson out of the gun. He'll hand off to Ford out of the backfield. He's got a 1st down. Finally taken down by Jack Dodd near the 32. So the Irish will move the chains here with 8:05 to play in the first quarter. Colonels on top 6-0.
Stephon Smith also getting in this there on the stop there for the Colonels, doing a good job breaking down there and not letting him get any further after he got through that initial line of scrimmage. Ford really thought he saw a little glimmer of light there, and Jack Dodd and Stephon Smith quickly closing down and closing that gap.
1st and 10 Irish. Johnson from the gun with 2 receivers to either side. He'll fake the give, looking to pass. Throws right side, complete to Wade Schutz at the 35. 3-yard pickup will bring up 2nd and 7. Sebastian Harris comes up to make the tackle.
Sebastian having that quick closing speed, as they call it, Watson, where once a player makes the catch there, he's able to come up, and before the receiver gets an opportunity to make any kind of move or play, Sebastian's already tackled him and got him in his grasp there. Great job there by Harris. Good closing speed, nice open field tackle there to give him a short reception there.
2nd and 7 Irish from their own 35. Johnson from the gun. And there's movement up front. Flags will fly. The Colonels jumped. Were they drawn offsides? We'll see. It will go against the Colonels, so it'll move the Irish up to the 40. Bring up 2nd and 2.
Yeah, just tough break there by the Colonels. Not watching the ball, anticipating that snap there and listening to the quarterback. They got the cheap 5 to give them a 2nd and short situation.
Johnson will stay in the shotgun. Has LaKendrick Ford in the backfield. 6:47 and counting in the first quarter. Colonels on top 6-0. He'll fake the handoff, going to keep it for himself straight ahead, and Johnson going to be taken down by Jack Dodd, shy of the 45. Wesley Lester also in there on the stop.
Every time Lester gets around the ball, he is going to make a collision of some kind there. Nice hard pop there coming out from that outside linebacker position. Him and Jack Dodd hit each other a little harder than I think they hit Ford there at that time.
Johnson did good enough for an Irish 1st down to the 43. 3-yard pickup, 1st and 10, St. Joe. Same look again offensively from the Irish. Johnson looking to pass, swings it left side, it's caught. And trying to get some running room is Reggie Cotton, and he's going to be taken down after a short pickup. Shade Smith comes up to make the stop.
Just a whole host of Colonels after that got out there. Great job of getting to the ball. Shade did, though, really make the initial good coverage there. Held on while he could get more Colonel defenders out there, out in those flats. Good job by the Colonels defense.
2nd and 9 coming up from the 44. We've got a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Colonels on top of St. Joe, 6-0 with 5:50 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. Johnson to Adams from 56 yards out. And the Irish tie the game at 6 with 5:25 to go in the first quarter.
Well, that's the tough break that you get there. You stop them on 2 plays in a row, and a third down, you're getting that momentum back on your side of the field, and boom, just like that, it goes real quick, Watson, and that momentum is back on St. Joe's sideline here. St. Joe just making the long bomb there. Adams getting just behind Sebastian Harris in coverage there. Thought Harris had some good coverage there. Just could not get his hands up enough there, and Adams made a nice catch there and reception, and it was a foot race, and that was real quick there getting to that end zone. I know that.
Irish will go for 2. Johnson will work out of the gun. 3 backs there with him. He'll hand it off to Edarius Hendricks, and he stopped short of the goal line. 2-point conversion, no good. We'll stay tied at 6 with 5:25 to go in the first quarter. Well, this one started out exactly like we thought it would. We had a shootout last year in Indianola, and right now on pace for the same thing.
Yeah, you're exactly right there, Watson. Number 11, William Barrier, and 28, Wesley Lester coming up on that tackle there to keep St. Joe out of the end zone and keep this score remain tied 6-6. St. Joe not very good in the kicking game there, as they are going to go for 2 there tonight, all night long, as they did last year for the Irish.
So we expect to see another short kickoff here from Trevor Mootsie. The Colonels were able to down the opening kickoff. We'll see. They get the hands team back up there once again, tied at 6 with 5:25 to go in the opening quarter. The IA Colonels, the number 1 team in MAIS AAA, St. Joe Irish, the number 2 team, and looking to make a name for themselves, their second year in the MAIS.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Watson, and they have really come in thundering and romping here, done a very good job, had a real good team last year, back again this year. They have been a great addition to MAIS. I heard somebody come in today and said this is going to be a good rivalry game for y'all. Well, it's not there yet, but we definitely are hoping it's going to be. It has been a great addition to our schedule, though. I do know that. Made for some great games.
Mootsie approaches the tee. A little longer kick this time. Will end over in. Dumper to the 27. Harris going to pick it up and return it to the 30 before he's taken out of bounds by Dylan Johnson. Colonels will have it 1st and 10 near their own 30. We're tied at 6 with 5:22 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Mootsie showing a little foot there and kicking a little bit further than the Colonels were anticipating. Our up back actually did get the ball there at that time. Sebastian Harris made a nice little juke first from first would-be tackler and was able to get upfield for a scamper about 7-8 yards there. Going to give the Colonels nice start and field position here for our 3rd series on offense.
1st and 10, Colonels from their own 29. Ball is on the near hash. I formation in the backfield. Davis, a little play fake, going to run it around the right side and picks up 2 before he's brought down by Jonathan Jordan at the 31. 2-yard pickup for Davis will bring up 2nd and 8.
I believe there was a little miscommunication in the backfield there, as it looked like Davis turned around to hand it to about one or two people, and nobody got the ball there. He turned it upfield and scampered and got what he could. And in a situation like that, you are glad that you do have a running quarterback there that can run the ball and not scared to run it and get upfield there and get back those yards that you need.
2nd and 8 from the Colonel 31. Davis under center with I formation. He rolls to his right, looking to pass, fires downfield. It's caught by TK Bolden, and that'll be a first down for the Colonels across the 40 to the 41. That's a Greenville Motorsports first down, a 10-yard pickup, and the Colonels will move the chains.
I wasn't 100% sure if he caught that. That being way on the other side of the field, though, I thought the back judge was going to come in there and say incomplete. The sideline judge, though, called it a complete pass, so we're going to go with it. We'll definitely gladly accept it there. I couldn't tell, but nice catch nonetheless there by TK Bolden on the own sideline, staying in bounds and making that catch.
1st and 10, Colonels from their own 41. Ball on the far hash. Pitts comes in motion. Ball is loose on the ground. Colonels recover, but they're going to lose a couple. Davis falls on it. Back at the 39, it'll be a 2-yard loss for Davis. Bring up 2nd and 12.
Well, Watson, it's week 4, and we definitely got to get those plays out of our playbook here, as it's definitely tough there, making it a 2nd and long play where it's basically a busted play there. No count and a tough break for the Colonels.
2nd and 12, Davis under center with a double wing set. Harris goes in motion. They'll hand it off straight ahead to Sherman Timms, and he rumbles his way to the 44. 5-yard pickup for Timms. We'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, it's going to give you a 3rd and decent to manageable play. Definitely not looking at a 3rd and long situation here, but you definitely wish that you had a 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 1 situation instead of a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. Indianola there, Sherman doing a good job of missing the first would-be tacklers in the backfield. They are constantly being met in the backfield there. Colonel's offensive line has got to turn up the tempo.
Van Cleve is in the slot to the left side on 3rd and 7 from the 44. Davis looking to pass, throws over the middle of the field, and it is tipped and incomplete. Trying to hit William Barrier, and good coverage downfield from Trey Adams. Incomplete pass will bring up 4th and 7, and the Colonels will have to punt it away.
I did see 66 Hunter Price check in that series on offense there, though. So glad to see that the senior lineman is back in and trying to work it, although he is on the sidelines already limping again there. Just tough break. He cannot shake it this year, and that is just a tough missed opportunity there for the Colonels senior.
Jonathan Jordan will go back to return the punt from Lang. It's a high spiral kick. Going to hit at the 25, and we'll take a Colonel roll to the 20, to the 19, and that's where it will be down. The Irish will have it 1st and 10 from their own 19. We're tied at 6 with 3:10 to go in the first quarter, and the Irish will have it for the 3rd time tonight.
Definitely got to give it up to St. Joe's high school fan base here. They are coming out and supporting tonight. We're just perched above them. They got some blinking lights over in this area, some neat hats, painted up, body painted everywhere. These fans are really out here. They're excited. They're ready to root on their St. Joe Fighting Irish tonight, and Indianola definitely has their hands full right now.
37-yard punt out of Lang, right on his average of 36.3 on the year. 1st and 10 Irish from their own 19, again tied at 6 with 3:10 to go first quarter. Bryce Johnson will work out of the gun, has Ford in the backfield, trip receivers to the wide side of the field. Johnson looking to pass and fires incomplete, was looking for Darius Hendricks. He was a single receiver to the near side, threw it out of bounds. Incomplete pass will bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, Colonel's having some good coverage there. Not really able to put a lot of pressure here on Bryce Johnson, the quarterback for St. Joe. Hadn't been able to get back in that backfield. That offensive line is awfully big. Indianola kind of choosing to, instead of to blitz there or get that pressure, they've just kind of stand their post there, as I'm sure Bryce Johnson is a good running quarterback as well and can probably break one if he didn't see anything open. Indianola wisely just staying at home, holding their base there, getting those hands up, trying to get in the way of those passing lanes there, and doing a good job up front tonight.
2nd and 10 from their own 19. Johnson takes the snap, looking to pass, fires left side. That's complete to Jordan. Tries to reverse field to the near side, weaving in and out of Colonel defenders. He's going to be spun down at the 23. A 4-yard pickup will bring up 3rd and 6.
Well, Bailey Bills there, the senior, was broke down and had a nice open field tackle, just could not hold on to there as the receiver for St. Joe reversed field twice there. Pretty good athleticism, some nice athletic moves there, and Colonels were able to keep him at bay, though.
Third down from the 23. Johnson looking to pass, throws left side, complete to an open Reggie Cotton, and he is going to have an Irish first down across the 30, taken out near the 31. So Johnson to Cotton results in an Irish first down.
Yeah, I'm going to say their offensive passing game is looking very good right now. Indianola Academy can't really cover them there. Mitchell Pitts thought had some good coverage there, just could not hold on for that tackle there, and Cotton was able to move it forward to move those chains.
First and 10, St. Joe from their own 31. Ball is on the left hash as they move left to right. Johnson will hand it off to Ford. Ball is loose in the backfield. Who's on it? I believe the Irish. Sherman Timms got in the backfield in a hurry. He made the contact to knock the ball loose. Johnson able to recover it, but it'll result in a loss for the Irish. Back to the 22. It's a 9-yard loss. We'll bring up second and 19.
Well, we have our first nominee for Bill's Body Shop collision of the game. Wow, Sherman Timms came through there like that Sherman tank he is and really knocked the hammer there. Great job of snot popping there by Timms.
Second and 19, Irish from their own 22. Johnson from the gun. This time has Mike Sampson in the backfield. And Johnson looking to pass. He's going to step up and run it. Cuts to the left side, gets back to the 40, the 45, has an Irish first down. Nice scamper there out of the quarterback, Bryce Johnson. He's taken out of bounds near the 44. Irish move the chains once again. 1:30 to go first quarter. We're tied at 6 with St. Joe on the move.
Wow, that's about a gain of 18. And I had mentioned earlier Johnson could definitely move the ball there and run good, and he definitely showed off those skills that he's possessed there on that play. A nice run. Indianola Academy had him held up in that bay there, just could not get to him. Everybody was just out of his grasp there, could not reach him.
22-yard pickup to the 44. First and 10 Irish. Ball is on the left hash. Three receivers come to the near side. Johnson looking to pass. Throws right side, complete to Hendricks. Gray Odom was there, couldn't bring him down. Hendricks still on his feet. What a load. Darius Hendricks, and finally taken down in Colonel territory by Seth Travis at the 43.
Boy, that's a nice chunk there. Definitely reminiscent of our number 5 there, Ben Van Cleve. Both possess nice skills and size there. They have Darius listed as the running back there. He is lined up at that wide receiver position and has done a good job for St. Joe Irish tonight.
13-yard pickup to the Colonel 43. First and 10, St. Joe. Ball is on the near hash. Johnson takes a snap, will hand off to Sampson. Tries running room, right side, nowhere to go. Will Lang is there to bring him down in the backfield. They'll mark it back at the 45. 2-yard loss will bring up second and 12.
I think actually they had a reverse to Darius Hendricks coming out of this wide receiver position there. Looked like they were going to hand the ball off and try to reverse field there. Hope that defensive ends really pay attention to that and had somebody sitting at home waiting on it.
Good play there by Lang. Second and 12 Irish from the Colonel 45. Clock runs with 38 seconds to play first quarter. We're tied at 6. Johnson swings it left side. It's complete and in trouble and brought down. Wesley Lester gets back there, make the tackle in the backfield.
Kind of lassoed him there, didn't he, Watson? That's when those jerseys get wrapped around that one finger there, or that one bear paw. And just a good job by Lester holding on to the receiver there of St. Joe and not letting him get upfield. They were trying to reverse that field again, and they have had a lot of success there tonight.
5-yard loss back to midfield. We'll bring up third and 17. The first quarter clock will expire. We've got a good one going here in Greenville. 6-6. The Colonels and the Irish tied up. We're back in a minute with Colonel Football and Super Talk for the Delta.
Born and raised in the Delta. Get it.
Gotcha.
All right.
You're back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you from St. Joe, where the Colonels and the Irish are tied at 6 as we get ready to start the second quarter. 3rd and 17 coming up for the Irish from midfield. Quarterback Bryce Johnson will work out of the gun with Ford in the backfield.
Trips.
3rd and 17, Johnson looking to pass. Rolls out of the pocket to the right, now reverses field. He'll pull up, loft it downfield. It is caught at the 39 by Ford. Gets by one Colonel, but finally taken off his feet at the 38. He'll be well short of the first down. Sebastian Harris lost his helmet in the process. There's some pushing and shoving going on, and both teams finally get up and go back to their respective sides. It'll bring up 4th down for the Irish.
Wow, just running all around the place. It's hard to put a hand on Johnson there. And then once he found his receiver downfield, definitely a tough situation there. Indianola Academy able to bring him down there and tackle him and get him at bay there. So tough break there by St. Joe and Indianola Academy, able to bring him down before we got that 4th down. First down yardage.
Was a flag down. We'll check the penalty marker. Gain was to the Colonel 38. Got an eligible receiver downfield.
I can see that, and you kind of got to watch that, especially when a lot of that scrambling goes on. Players really get spread out on the field, and that field gets huge real quick there. I was looking at players every which way, and Johnson, the quarterback for Greenville St. Joe, was 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage at that time. He was way back there, and just Indianola couldn't get to him because he kept running in reverse there, and definitely an interesting player. Here he is, playmaker for Greenville St. Joe.
5-yard penalty will take the Irish back to their own 45. 3rd and 22 now for the Irish. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield for Johnson. Has a screen pass set up. It's caught by Cotton and taken down immediately is Reggie Cotton at midfield. 5-yard pickup will bring up 4th and 17.
Well, Indianola just smothering there, getting to the ball. Good coverage there by number 3, Stephon Smith, coming out of that outside linebacker position that he plays there. Just kind of set back there in that open field, waiting for somebody. Kind of had a prevent defense there, not wanting to let anybody get behind them. They had 3rd and forever, and that's the situation you want St. Joey, and keep putting them in that and getting them far back, long situations there. And on defense, you'll end up with some good results.
So St. Joe looking like they're going to go for it on 4th and 17 from midfield. Perhaps going to try to draw the Colonels off sides. Now they'll burn a timeout. 10:15 to go in the second quarter. We're still tied at 6. The IA Colonels and the St. Joe Fighting Irish battling it out here in Greenville. We're back in a minute with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. The Irish decide to punt, and Hendricks will send it into the end zone for a touchback. The Colonels will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20 with 10:07 to go before the half. Colonels 6, Irish 6 here from Benny Strozzi Field in Greenville.
Well, I guess Coach was trying to catch Indianola Academy's defense off guard there. I know Coach Baker there for St. Joe is definitely a playmaker and a gambler there. He likes to make some exciting plays there, but that was 4th and forever, so I definitely knew he was trying to get somebody off sides there. Colonels wisely stayed on side, and St. Joe got in that punt formation.
1st and 10, Colonels from their own 20. Quarterback Will Davis will work out of the gun, and he'll run it straight ahead. Not much happening there. Gain of 1, maybe 2. Give him 1 to the 21. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, again, Watson, like I mentioned earlier, that offensive line for Indianola Academy really has to step up and play strong tonight. There's a lot of beef up front for St. Joe's Greenville defensive front. They got a big anchor of defensive linemen there. You got to make some holes.
Shotgun set for Davis on 2nd and 9. He'll hand off to Sherman Timms. Officials blow it dead. The Colonels had 2 men in motion. I'm not sure. Will go against the Colonels. 5-yard penalty will back them up to the 16.
Well, I know Indianola still hadn't really put together that perfect series or perfect quarter yet that the coaches have been asking for and practicing for all year long. And Indianola here definitely facing a tough opponent tonight, so they've got to be patient and overcome a little adversity.
2nd and 14 from the Colonel 16. Davis will turn, hand it off to Harris straight ahead. He's got running room to the 25, 26, maybe the 27 before he's finally taken down. Give Harris 11 on the carry. We'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Boy, where our offensive line's already depleted there. I see Slade Boone, number 72, coming up limping there. That's a tough break there for the Colonel's offensive line. Looks like 53 is having to check in for Indianola. That's a not 53. Stuart Nichols. Sorry.
3rd and 3, Colonels. Davis will work out of the gun. Ball at the Colonel 27. 8:45 to play, 2nd quarter. We're still tied at 6. Number 1 and number 2 going at it. Snap goes through the hands of Davis. It's loose on the ground. And I believe the Irish have recovered, and they have. Wow, that's the 2nd time tonight we've seen that center to quarterback exchange go awry for the Colonels, and here it hurts them. The Irish recover deep in Colonel territory.
Well, we knew last week, too, we were having some troubles with it still, and again, it's just a tough break there for Indianola Academy's offense. Snap was just a little high. Davis is a good enough athlete. He's got to catch that ball here. Hey, everybody still got the pregame jitters going here. Everybody just needs to calm down, take a deep breath. We'll be okay. However, we do need to start moving the ball on the offensive side.
So the Irish will get it 1st and 10 from the Colonel 18. 6-6 with 8:37 to play, 2nd quarter. St. Joe quarterback Bryce Johnson will stay in the gun with Ford in the backfield. He'll send trips to the right side and going to run it to the left. Picks up a huge block from Edarius Hendricks, and Mitchell Pitts is down and is not getting up.
Yeah, he got pancaked there and definitely got caught off guard there. Just a crack block there, and the officials are going to call that he got hit in the back there. It's a very hairy situation, I think, because the block was so hard, though. He did get hit almost in the backside there. And gray area, but the officials wisely called the block in the back.
Colonel training staff quickly out to the field to check on Mitchell Pitts.
And that was a tough one there. He got really reamed. He was watching quarterback Johnson scramble there that time. And I had already mentioned earlier, number 5, Edarius Hendricks, a huge receiver there. I mean, just making a big crack block there. And Mitchell Pitts definitely being the bad end of the stick there that time. And I know he loves to hit. He just, that was tough. That was scary there.
Pitts is still down. Colonel coaching staff, training staff tending to the Colonel senior Mitchell Pitts. Flag will go against St. Joe. 8:31 to play in the 2nd quarter. We're tied at 6 as Mitchell Pitts is up on his feet. I think the coach is perhaps trying to make sure that Pitts knows what county he's in. I don't know that Pitts does at the moment.
He rings a lot of bells, and he just got his rung there that time, and it's a rarity that happens. I guarantee you for the end of the night tonight, Mitchell Pitts and number 5, Edarius Hendricks, will be trading licks again there. And, you know, as a player, you've got to keep it clean, and you can't let that being ticked off that guy got the best of you that play. get the best of you there. You got to play good sportsmanlike still, and I guarantee you Mitchell Pitts, being that senior, is going to come out and show that senior leadership there and be that leader for his team. Got to take a break for a minute there. He'll be back shortly, though, I guarantee you.
So they'll step the penalty off. We'll take the Irish back to the Colonel 29. 8:31 to go, second quarter. We're still tied at 6. Irish have got to get to the 8 to pick up a first down. So 1st and 21. And now the Colonels jump off sides. John Abbott Smith trying to get a head start there. Irish will get 5 yards back.
The junior there for Indianola Academy just getting in that neutral zone there, trying to count that cadence there, listening instead of watching the ball there. Tough break again for Indianola. We finally get a break, and we keep shooting ourselves in the foot. Just not good, clean football playing like we need to do.
So 1st and 16 now from the Colonel 24. The Irish have it, looking to break a tie 6-6 with 8:31 to play before the half. Johnson looking to pass, lofts it deep down the left side for Hendricks, goes up in the air and hauls it in over Shade Smith. What an effort there by Darius Hendricks. Hauls in the 24-yard touchdown pass from Bryce Johnson, and the Irish go up 12-6 with 8:24 to play in the first half.
That was some good offensive pass interference there at that time. That Darius Hendricks just holding his own there and kind of muscling over Shade Smith that time there. And, it's anybody's ball out there, but I think that was a little more offensive pass interference than anything. And Indianola, tough break there and good pass into the end zone there, and he made a nice jump there. We do have a penalty flag.
There's a flag down at the 10. It's going to be a dead ball foul. The touchdown will stand. I think the Irish broke the huddle with 12, perhaps.
I think so, too, because Hendricks ran off
on the extra point.
Yeah, that's right, on the extra point. I think that's what occurred as well.
So they'll step off 5 yards. Now, no doubt, the Irish will go for 2 as they lead 12-6 with 8:24 to play in the first half. Bryce Johnson to Darius Hendricks from 24 yards out to put the Irish on top. Now they try to extend the lead with the 2-point conversion. 3 backs in there with Johnson, and he will not get it. He's going to be taken down at the 9. Jack Dodd among the first to get to Johnson. The score will remain 12-6. The Irish lead it with 8:24 to play in the half. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Yeah, ready for the water.
One.
Welcome back. The Irish take advantage of the Colonel fumble and go ahead 12-6. Bryce Johnson to Darius Hendricks from 24 yards out. The short kick is going to be taken by Barrier at midfield, and down there, that's where the Colonels will have it. 1st and 10. St. Joe on top 12-6 with 8:23 to play in the second quarter.
Just got a coach's report there that Mitchell Pitts is good to go there. He's back up and ready to play and get back on that field here on the next defensive series. Really helped carry and anchor that offense last week in Sherman Tim's absence here. Tim's being back this week. I believe Mitchell Pitts is going to go back to his utilized most on defensive side of the ball.
Davis will work out of the gun on 1st and 10 from midfield. He's hammered as he lets it go. And that'll be an incomplete pass. We'll bring up 2nd and 10. That was number 23, I believe, Jacob Nelson, who got in there to lay a lick on Davis.
Yeah, he did. Just coming from that blind side there. Indianola right now, I've been trying to add it up in my head. I really think I'm telling it right here. This is going to be the first time all season that they've been behind. So definitely got that uphill battle, and it's going to be very tough for the Colonels. They've got to remain focused here and make some plays occur, and right now they are going in the negative direction.
2nd and 10, Colonels from midfield as they now trail St. Joe 12-6. Davis from the gun rolls to his left, sets up to pass, fires downfield and over the head of intended receiver TK Bolden. That'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Wow, I'm looking at this. Nelson is just a 10th grader. Nice lick he laid on Davis there a second ago. He's going to definitely be a force to be reckoned with coming from that outside linebacker on that blindside blitz a second ago. That's going to be a tough young man for St. Joe.
3rd and 10, Colonels need to convert here. They have it at midfield, 8:13 to go before the half, trailing St. Joe 12-6. Davis looking to pass, not going to tuck it and run, right side. He's going to have the Greenville Motorsports first down to the 40, 35, taken out of bounds by Hendricks. At the 34, a 16-yard run for Davis and a Greenville Motorsports first down.
Well, you've heard of beast mode. Darius Hendricks is all over the field. Wow, that is a brute young man. Man, he is tough. He gave Davis a lick just then, and Davis, instead of taking that slide after he got that first down, trying to get those extra yards, and did a nice little juke to avoid the first would-be St. Joe tackler there, and Hendricks came over and rung that bell once again.
Gray Odom will check into the backfield for the Colonels on 1st and 10 from the Irish 34. A double wing set. Odom goes in motion. Timms will take the handoff. Looks for running room left side. Bounces off one defender, then taken off his feet at the 34-yard pickup for Timms. Will bring up 2nd and 6.
Not sure where the hole there was. I wasn't sure if it was in the 3 hole there, but it looked like we had the outside sealed when we put Odom in motion there. He kind of helped seal off that outside there. Timms was just ready to make some contact, though, and get that up in there in those big bodies. Hey, he gave us a second and manageable play. That's positive, and that's what we're looking for.
2nd and 6, handoff comes to Harris around the right side, picks up a block at the 25, and taken down inside the 20 at the 17. 13-yard pickup for Harris, another Greenville Motorsports first down.
There's 27, Mitchell Pitts back in the game. They're really sealing off that outside there that time, doing a great job about 2 or 3 yards upfield there and letting 10, Sebastian Harris, vault into that secondary and get that much-needed yardage to move those chains.
1st and 10 from the Irish 17. Pitts goes in motion. The handoff is to Timms. Bounces it to the left side, and he's chopped down just inside the 15. Credit Dylan Perry with coming up and making the tackle there.
Wow. Dylan Perry, man, he doesn't know how big of a tackle there that was for St. Joe. The defensive back there was outweighed by about a good 50, 75 pounds there. Sherman Timms had the outside. Mitchell Pitts did a good job of sealing up the outside there. Perry came in and just took Tim's feet out from under him.
2nd and 6 from the 13. Harris takes the handoff and spun down after a 2-yard gain to the 11. We'll bring up 3rd and 4.
I see 58, Tyler Horner, getting his first play in of the year in there. He was the pulling guard from the backside there, had that crossbuck play. He missed his block there. Assignment defensive end was able to sneak through there and make a nice first down saving tackle there for St. Joe.
3rd and 4 from the 11. Clock runs with 5:50 to go, second quarter. We've got a whistle and a stop in play, and St. Joe wants a timeout to talk things over. The Irish on top of the Colonels 12-6 with 5:51 to play before the half. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. 6:51 to play before the half. St. Joe on top of Indianola, 12-6 in a battle of unbeatens here in Greenville. Colonel's #1 in AAA, the Irish #2. St. Joe looking to change that tonight. Colonel's trying to stay on top of the AAA rankings. 3rd and 4 from the 11. Davis with play action fires over the middle, and it is caught or incomplete. Ben Van Cleve thought he had a touchdown reception. I never saw a signal from the officials. They're going to say incomplete.
Yeah. Van Cleve, that's a tight end dump there right across the center. You got to kind of nestle in between that linebacker and that safety. Van Cleve hit the seam. Davis pump faked, and whenever he did that, it took him out there. You got to throw the ball.
Colonel's going to go for it. 4th and 4 from the 11. The quick give to Harris, and Hendricks is there to bring him down. The Colonels will turn it over on downs. Boy, Darius Hendricks is having himself a first half here for St. Joe.
He definitely is there. He has got the momentum all on St. Joe's side. Man, just a body slam of a tackle there at that time on Sebastian Harris, and not a many a person has been able to do that this year. Keep the Indianola Academy offense at bay, and Harris is definitely doing that by himself there.
1 yard loss to the 12, and that's where the Irish will have it 1st and 10 from their own 12 with 5:42 to play in the second quarter. St. Joe looking to extend a 12-6 lead over the Colonels. Johnson will take the snap out of the gun, hand off to Ford. Tough running. Looked like the ball squirted loose.
Yeah, he had it real out there, Watson. He wasn't holding on well. 52, the left tackle, making a nice pull from way out there, having to go over there and block. That big man can move.
Starquavian Davis, Louisiana Monroe commit.
Nice. I see why.
2-yard gain to the 14. 2nd and 8 for the Irish. Johnson works out of the gun, looking to pass. Steps back. Now going to tuck it and run straight ahead. Now cuts to the right side. He's going to have the first down. Van Cleve giving chase, and Johnson will go out of bounds near the 35 of the Irish. Boy, didn't see anything. Credit the young man. He pulled it, tucked it, ran it. Picks up a first down for St. Joe.
And that's where St. Joe right now is beating Indianola. They're able to spread the field there, and Indianola's not getting much pressure on the quarterback. And Johnson standing back there and looks comfortable. He don't see anything. Boom, he's getting upfield and running. Indianola Academy's offense line is not able to hold St. Joe's defense right now.
They mark him out at the 30, 16-yard pickup for Johnson. 1st and 10 Irish from their own 30. Ball is on the right hash. Johnson takes the snap out of the gun, looking to pass, has time in the pocket. Not going to run it left side, and he'll go out of bounds after a short gain. Mitchell Pitts giving chase along the Irish sideline.
Well, I like old Stefan over there coming headhunt. These players now have their heads on the swivel there after they saw Darius Hendricks on that crack block a second ago, and Hendricks was set up yet again. That was Stefan Smith coming over there and just looking for the collision. He wasn't looking to go to the ball at all, and that's what you're going to have to start seeing here. You like that good old-fashioned hitting.
4-yard pickup to the 34, 2nd and 6 for the Irish. They'll hand it off to Ford straight ahead, and he's hit hard by Ben Van Cleve. Comes up to make initial contact. Sherman Timms comes in there. I beg your pardon, that's Stuart Nichols, 53, who comes in to clean up the tackle. They'll mark forward progress to the 35, a gain of 1. We'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, Watson, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but tonight our defensive linebackers have really been kept at bay tonight. Hadn't been able to get in that backfield a lot there. Ben Van Cleve, though, doing a great job there that time of coming up and making a nice stick there in the hole.
3rd and 5, 4 minutes to play in the half. St. Joe on top, 12-6. They have it at their own 35. Ball on the near hash. A flag is down. And we're going to have a false start against the Irish. Bring up 3rd and 10 from the 30.
We'll take it any way we can get it, Watson. I guarantee you that. Now our defense has to be disciplined enough to not give it back to them here and really play home here. The defensive backs have to, and the defensive line and the up front has to get a little pressure on Bryce Johnson here.
Seth Travis will check in at nose guard. Stuart Nichols will get a breather. 3rd and 10 Irish from their own 30. Johnson takes a snap out of the gun, play action, looking to pass. Has all day in the pocket, now lofts it left side, looking for Hendricks, and Shade Smith goes up and backs it away. Great coverage downfield. There's a nominee for the Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage of the game.
Definitely was there. Very good job but Shade Smith there did an excellent job of coverage downfield.
It'll bring up 4th and 10 from the 30, and the Irish, we assume, will punt it away with 3:48 to play in the second quarter. St. Joe 12, IA 6. Colonels will send William Barrier back around his own 30 to return the punt.
Second punt of the night for St. Joe. Defense did a good job.
First punt for St. Joe only went 15 yards.
I'm sorry, the third punt. They had a touchback too.
Yeah, Hendricks is looking for a better effort here. It's a high kick. Barrier going to come up. Catch it at the 36. Looks for return room along the Colonel sideline. He's going to be taken out of bounds shy of the 40. Only a 3-yard return for Barrier to the 39. That's where the Colonels will have it, 1st and 10.
Well, folks, this field is real huge. I know we hadn't really talked much about it. This facility is very big here, and I mean, we're a good 25 yards to the sidelines there. Then you got the playing field. I'm not sure the true dimensions of it. It's, let's say, 50, 60 yards wide. And then on the other side there, they have room for a track that could come in here in the future. But it makes for a very wide field. That visitor side way over there is a long way away. I did not bring my binoculars. However, I did get my eyes checked this past week, so I'm good to go, Watson.
1st and 10, Colonels from their own 39. Davis will work out of the gun, brings Harris in motion, and he is brought down for a loss in the backfield. Darius Hendricks back there once again to make the stop. They'll mark it back at the 33, a 6-yard loss for Harris.
Somebody's definitely got to put a body on number 5 there. He has got to get blocked. You can see the frustration Sebastian Harris is having here. It's tough whenever you're getting the ball. As soon as you're getting it, you are getting drilled, and that's not fair. And I mean, Harris is just a great athlete there, and somebody has got to put a body on number 5.
2nd and 16 now from the Colonel 33. Clock continues to run, under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. It's been a good one. St. Joe leading 12-6. And now we've got a timeout. The IA Colonels want to talk things over. 2:47 to play in the first half. Colonels down by 6. We're back in a minute with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. To 6 with 2:47 to play in the first half. IA looking at 2nd and 16 from their own 33. Harris goes in motion to the left side, takes the handoff, cuts it up at the 40 and taken down at the 42. He'll gain 9 on the play. We'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Well, definitely what the Indianola Academy's offensive front needed there that time, getting Sebastian Harris out in the open field, allowing him to utilize that speed there. Just a good run. Got us a 3rd and manageable play here. It was definitely a long ways away. Sebastian did a good job of running.
3rd and 7 from the Colonel 42. I formation in the backfield. Bolden goes in motion to the far side. Harris will take the handoff straight ahead. Contact made, puts his head down. He's going to have a Greenville Motorsports first down inside Irish territory to the 44. 14-yard pickup for the junior Harris.
Now that was a good run there by Harris. Just a great job. Man possessed there, running like he's normally been used to running. I'm sure Coach Nestor told him there in that timeout, hey, stay focused here. play like the athlete that you are here, and Indianola Academy's offense is finally starting to block here and click on all 8 cylinders.
2 minutes to go in the first half. Colonel's down 6, but driving. 1st and 10 from the Irish 44. Davis looking to pass is complete to Randy Kimball. And he's going to be brought down. Or are they bringing it back? Or they say incomplete. I beg your pardon, incomplete pass. I thought Kimball held on for the reception. So to bring up 2nd and 10.
Can we go for a challenge?
So 2nd and 10, Colonels from the Irish 44. 1:41 to go in the first half. Clock is stopped after the incomplete pass. St. Joe 12, Colonel 6. The Irish were able to take advantage of a Colonel turnover. They took over after a miscue on a snap at the Colonel 18 after a couple of penalties. Johnson found Hendricks from 24 yards out. The 2-point conversion failed, and that's how St. Joe took the lead. 2nd and 10, Davis looking to pass right side, trying to hit Bolden, goes high in the air, brings it down, and going to be tackled at the 41, a 3-yard gain. Will bring up 3rd and 7.
Well, I tell you, their defensive front really is applying a lot of pressure on Indianola right now. Davis having to, on a 2 or 3 step drop there, having to throw off his back ankle as he's getting hit, going down there, almost Dak Prescott-ish there, really wild, and just had it out there. And fortunately, Bolden was able to bring that thing down there and give us a 3rd down and manageable play.
Somebody might want to tell the guy with the down marker across the way that it's now 3rd down and he can move up a few yards.
Yeah, really.
Davis looking to pass on 3rd down, trying to hit Bolden in and out of the hands. I think Bolden maybe looked down to see if his toes were going out of bounds and could not haul it in. Incomplete pass will bring up 4th and 7. And we'll see what the Colonels choose to do.
It looks like they're checking in the punting unit here. Beautifully thrown pass there, and Bolden ran right up under it. Had a little bumping and pressure all the way down the field. That's part of football there, though, as they're both going to go for that ball there. Just good coverage downfield, and Bolden could not haul that thing in. Tough break here by the Colonels.
So the punt team is on with 58 seconds to
he
play in the half.
He never moved up there from that reception, so they're saying it's back there now. They lost of 2 yards. Remember on the reception out here, we were on the 41, and now we're taking it back to the 44 because that guy from the chain gang never moved up. But it gives us a little more breathing room there.
Wow. So Lang will go back and stand at his own 42. Going to try to angle this one out of bounds. It's a high kick to the left side. Going to hit at the 23, and Jackson Cowart will down it around the 27. That's where the Irish will have it 1st and 10. 49 seconds to play in the half. St. Joe on top 12-6.
I'd take those 4 yards right now, Watson, or those 3 yards we had there. Indianola Academy just got to take a deep breath here and get that composure and not let St. Joe here make some crazy play here before halftime. The momentum's kind of right in the middle of the field right now for anybody's taking, although St. Joe is up by 6 here. It's a very tight football game, very well played by both teams, and this is what we expected.
Irish have it 1st and 10 from their own 27. Pass it left side, complete to Schutz, and he's going to have an Irish 1st down. Ball is loose. Irish recover at the 42. Still going to be a 1st down for St. Joe. 15-yard pickup from Johnson to Schutz.
Well, that's the first time tonight they've gone to Schutz there. He held on. He couldn't hold on to it once he made that nice run downfield there, and those receivers in front of him were just nice on that screen, blocking upfield there. Very well executed play by St. Joe.
Clock runs with 30 seconds to play in the half. St. Joe has 2 timeouts, I believe, remaining. Johnson works out of the gun, in trouble, steps up to pass, goes downfield, and it's out of bounds, intended for number 12, Jonathan Jordan. He was under heavy pressure from Jack Dodd. Incomplete pass will stop the clock with 22 seconds to go in the half, brings up 2nd and 10.
First play tonight that we have ever hit Johnson, the quarterback, back in the pass mode, or maybe second, but it's been a rarity. Sherman Timms taking him down there as he was throwing the ball. Johnson's been hit so little as he's passed, he actually was looking for a flag. That was a nice tackle there. I mean, it was just right in time in there. Thank goodness nobody was downfield open.
2nd and 10 Irish. Johnson out of the gun, sends trips to the far side. Looking to pass, steps up in the pocket, throws right side, and it is tipped and falls incomplete. Nice job by William Barrier back there in coverage. They were trying to hit Trey Adams around the 35. Brings up 3rd and 10. Clock is stopped with 15 seconds to go in the half.
I tell you, all these receivers for St. Joe are very exciting players here. They know how to get out in open space there. Indianola defensive backs are doing a very good job tonight, keeping them at bay here. But I tell you, folks, right now it is exciting here as this half is trying to get closed out here.
Irish on top 12-6, looking to add to it here in the final 15 seconds of the first half. 3rd and 10 from their own 42. Empty backfield. Johnson takes a snap, going to tuck it and run straight ahead. He's going to have the first down, goes out of bounds at the Colonel 45. Clock will stop with 9 seconds to play. St. Joe going to have a couple of more cracks at the end zone.
You reckon Johnson can throw it 45 yards?
Something tells me yes.
I guarantee you he can.
They mark him out at the 46.
St. Joe
14-yard pickup.
St. Joe does a very good job. Their offensive linemen really protect Johnson back there in that pocket. He's about 6 yards deep whenever they shotgun that thing back to him, and he has had clean snaps tonight, and that's a big difference between Indianola and St. Joe.
Empty backfield again, 1st and 10 from the Colonel 46. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and the Irish going to have to burn a timeout. Didn't have the setup they wanted. We'll keep it here during the break. St. Joe 12, Colonel 6 with 9 seconds to go in the second quarter. Boy, if you're Indianola Academy, really need to stop here because St. Joe's going to get it to start the second half.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Stefan almost jumped off sides there. He just barely stayed on there, trying to do a timing blitz from his outside linebacker position there. Trying to go over the Louisiana Monroe commit that you mentioned there a second ago, number 52. Darquavian Davis there, just a very good, talented offensive lineman for Greenville St. Joe. That's going to be a tough matchup there between Stefan and him.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Irish coming out of the timeout from the Colonel 46. Ball is on the left hash as St. Joe moves right to left with 9 seconds to play in the second quarter. And the Irish leading Indianola Academy 12-6. Johnson will have Ford in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Snap back to Johnson. Has the quick pass set up to Hendricks, and he's going to throw it again. Looking downfield, pass is intercepted by William Barrier. That will bring the first half to a close. So they go with the double pass. Try a little trickeration on the Colonels. Barrier with a nice job snuffing that one out. And the first quarter ends with the Irish on top of the Colonels, 12-6.
A very good, exciting half. Watson, definitely nothing that we did not expect here. Just a very well-played game by both squads here. Tough. those lanes, those passing lanes there in the first half for Ole Miss, and looked very good there and looked real promising. I thought he was going to hold on there. You know, Florida State, when they scored right before halftime, I think that was the momentum changer that put that momentum that both teams kind of play for back out in the center of the field there. And the second half, too early, you know, takeaways from Florida State there was just really was the nail in the coffin there, and Ole Miss never could overcome that. But an exciting game. You know, there's nothing really to say about Starkville. It was hot up there. Man, the stadium was packed and rocking the beginning of the game. Wesley, my brother-in-law, went with me there. He sat out in the bleachers there for maybe an hour and a half, and I'm talking was crisp. I mean, he was wearing shorts. It was hot. No fan wanted to be there, and it was just a tough opportunity that Mississippi State could not hold on there. I was standing up underneath the goalpost there, and another fan told me, he said the worst thing about missing that field goal is we had to listen to that boing there on the uprights rattling there. It was a tough mistake, you know, and it wasn't only on that kicker's shoulders there, and that's what a lot of fans want to say a lot of times, but he shouldn't have never been put in that situation anyway. And, you know, Mississippi State should have really walked off with that thing before now, and you're right, I guarantee you Ole Miss is definitely going to accept Wofford in with open arms this week, as they had a short week of practice, and they could definitely use a nice one to start their opening home season there, and definitely ready to show off their brand new look on Vaught Hemingway Stadium. Got new real grass there, not the turf there. Got rid of the turf, and they might have to bring up somebody from Mississippi State to show them how to plant that grass and keep it maintained there.
All right, so let's get back to this one. The Colonels down 6 at the half. What do they have to do offensively to put some points on the board in the second half?
Man, execute here. Block somebody, put a body on number 5, definitely there. You know, we really aren't having enough time to set up in the pocket here and make some passes. The offensive running looks pretty good. Harris, for the most part, had 2 bad runs there, but for the most part has done a good job of running. The offensive line's really got to put this team on their shoulders, though, and take off there. And Davis really can't have any bad center-to-quarterback exchanges, no bad handoffs. Don't give them a short field here. St. Joe, a short field to work with.
Still got about a minute and a half left here at the break. St. Joe 12, Colonel 6. We'll take a 60-second break and be back with the start of the third quarter. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
It's a 2-minute break.
All right.
How much? Welcome back as we get ready to start the third quarter. The IA Colonels will be kicking to the Irish Will Lang has it teed up at the 40. The Colonels will kick right to left. The Irish will be moving left to right. St. Joe 12, IA 6. As we get ready to start the third period here in Greenville. Lang approaches the tee. Third quarter is underway. It's an end-over-end kick going to be taken at the 3-yard line. Irish look to return it up the right side. That's Jonathan Jordan, and he's going to be finally taken out of bounds by the kicker Lang, just shy of the 45. Never good when the kicker has to make the tackle.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Watson. Man, Jordan just sat there and waited for that thing to set up. He saw that the Colonels did not do a good job of running their lanes downfield there. Number 7, Shade Smith, got sucked in. He was the outside man there, got sucked into all the traffic. And 12, man, he had some long legs there. Jonathan Jordan, really lanky guy, and could get down that sideline quick and with speed. I was definitely glad that the kicker there was there to make that stop Lang.
It's a great field position here for the Irish to start their first drive of the second half from their own 44. Johnson looking to pass, goes left side, had a man open momentarily, overshot him. Intended receiver was number 14, Reggie Cotton. William Barrier had the coverage downfield. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
We called a tough break there. I believe that was a little pass interference there. Defensive pass interference. Barrier just going for the body and not any for the ball there, and made a tough stop there. Cotton got stopped dead in his tracks. And Indianola, though, definitely will take that, not getting penalized.
2nd and 10 from the Irish 44.
What are they
Ball
throwing
is on
out?
the near hash.
What are they throwing out? Donuts? Potatoes? Oh.
You hungry?
Yeah.
Johnson looking to pass on 2nd and 10. Fires left side. It's complete to Cotton at the 45, and he's going to be taken out of bounds by Smith. At the 49, gain of 5 will bring up 3rd and 5.
I tell you, Johnson and company for St. Joe really stretched that field out there. They really work those flats a lot. They get it to the outside, the wide side of the field they like to throw to a lot of times as well, and just do a great job of keeping Indianola Academy's Colonel's defense on their heels. They're guessing a lot of times where the ball's going to.
3rd and 5, Colonels need a stop. Irish have it at their own 49. Ball on the far hash, just underway in the third quarter with St. Joe on top 12-6.
Watch the ball.
Johnson will take the snap out of the gun, fakes the give, looking to pass. Fires right side, has Hendricks caught at the 37, gets away from Barrier, and he's going to be wrestled down from behind by Gray Odom at the 25, and they'll tack on some more. Odom with the shove at the end of the play. And the Colonels, well, not what they needed there at the end of that long game.
Well, Darius Hendricks there once again being the playmaker, and I would go to him as well, too. He was wide open on this sideline here. Barrier, nor I couldn't tell who else ran over here, could not bring him down, and then he just made a very good escape there and was able to get down that sideline and get some more yardage for the St. Joe Irish.
So St. Joe set up nicely here, deep in Colonel territory. Already working with a 6-point lead. They'll mark this half the distance and put it at the 13. 1st and 10 Irish from the Colonel 13.
Defense really got to bow up here. You don't want to come out starting this second half with a score here, as we've held them at bay pretty much most of the first half.
Trips go to the wide side. There's movement up front. Van Cleve came across pointing at the Irish offensive front.
I believe their left guard did move first. Van Cleve was in a lot of motion, had that momentum going, but I believe their left guard did jump.
This will be a false start against the Irish. We'll back them up to the 18.
We'll take it any way we can get it, Watson. As we do know, St. Joe really is not a kicking team here. This is 4-down territory for them, and they will be going for it all 4 plays. And I believe, they can get another first down before they actually get across the goal line.
1st and 15 from the 18. Johnson scrambling around, looking to pass. Now runs left side, dumps it off, complete to Trey Adams. Now going to reverse field, comes back to the right side. Look out. Hendricks had a huge block set up. Flag is down. That's going to be a block in the back. and Adams finally brought down shy of the 15.
You notice they do a lot of that running back across the field, across the grain, and that's where Hendricks gets that momentum going for that crack block there. Boy, he about sealed that up, and I tell you, that is a beast of a man. He is huge and does just a great job there, sniffing out that crack block there and knowing when to hit it. Just was 1 second too early there, and that penalty is going to go against him for that crack block.
And Gray Odom is very fortunate that Hendricks didn't get him squared up because
exactly
he had
right.
him in his sights.
He sure did.
Officials still talking things over. It was a 1 yard gain to the 17.
They really run a long way to get only 1 yard. You know, sometimes that's a lot of coaches' nightmares. However, Coach Baker seems to kind of he really absorbs it and takes it in and lets them do it and lets them get away with it there because he knows a lot of times it makes a lot of things happen. They really have not lost any yardage by doing that tonight, where a lot of teams will do that. They'll try to run too much and do too much stuff, and that hadn't shot St. Joe in the foot so far.
So after the penalty, the Irish go back to the 34. Got to get to the 3 to pick up a first down. .31 yards to go. The down marker across the way says first. Should still be second down, correct?
I would think so. That guy hadn't done. He was off a couple of times in the first half too.
And the officials trying to communicate something to the clock operator. The head referee, one of the line judges, is going to talk things over now. They'll come over, discuss a thing or two with the Irish coaching staff.
Want to back up yet?
And still having some discussion, now part of the coaching staff trying to signal something up to the press box. Colonel still trailing St. Joe 12-6 with 10:43 to play in the third quarter.
10:53. They're trying to add 10 seconds to the clock.
St. Joe has it after the block in the back at the Colonel 34. Got to get to the 3 to pick up a first down.
I think they went the opposite way. They ran 10 seconds off the clock.
Wow, so they'll stop play again. And now instead of trying to communicate through the air, we're actually going to finally send somebody physically up to the press box, I believe. Still trying to get that fixed. Now they've got 10:53 on the game clock. We're in the third quarter. Irish ahead of the Colonels 12-6.
Not sure what's going on here. Hey, this is what you like, though. Actually, if you're a Colonel fan, this is actually going to give. I mean, this slows St. Joe's offense down right now. They had a little momentum going here. This is actually taking a little wind out from under their sails here, and hopefully this will shoot them in the foot here. As you know, you normally see home field cooking. This isn't what you're seeing here right now.
Johnson will work out of the gun. Empty backfield, looking to pass. Fires it left side, complete to Ford. Gets by a man at the 28 and gets down around the 15 before he's taken off his feet. Ben Van Cleve goes over to make the tackle. Gain of 19 on the play. Still a good ways to go for the Irish. Got to get to the 3 to pick up a first down.
You know, it being that defensive end, defensive tackle position there is so tough because you definitely want to keep Johnson at bay. Bryce Johnson, just a good athlete there, can show that speed and utilize it there and get out in the open if needed. But such a good athlete here, a gifted player. And St. Joe, he really spreads the field for the St. Joe offense and uses the entire field.
Ball is at the 15. Play clock is down to 7. Empty backfield again for Johnson. Swings it right side. That's complete to Adams, trying to make a man miss. He's to the 10, to the 5, and taken down at the 2 is Trey Adams. That'll be a first down for the Irish. They'll have it first and goal from, actually they put it at the 1, so first and goal from the 1.
Boy, he is a very shaky player there. He is shifty for sure. And Adams is very slick. They had Indianola Academy, had him stop behind the line of scrimmage there and just could not hold on.
So first and goal, Irish looking to build on a 12-6 lead. Empty backfield for Johnson. He'll take it, run straight ahead, and flags fly. Officials blow this one dead.
Well, that's good because Bryce Johnson called his own number there, and he was going to go into the end zone. Stephon Smith couldn't hold on there. Was right there initially, and Indianola Academy just not catching any breaks right now.
This will be a false start against the Irish. Back them up to the 6. First and goal from the 6 with 9:34 to play in the third quarter. St. Joe 12, Colonel 6. Battle of the Unbeatens here in Greenville.
Whew. Right now it's going all St. Joe, it looks like.
Empty backfield again for Johnson. 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the left. First and goal from the 6. Going to call his own number once again. Got a hole straight ahead, and he's in there. Touchdown, Irish. Bryce Johnson with a 6-yard run puts St. Joe up 18-6 with 9:30 to go in the third.
Really,
there's a Colonel down.
Really
2 Colonels.
Spread that field out there and just was not able. Colonel's inside the defense interior there. The tackle to tackle was not able to hold him at bay there. Johnson just ran straight up the middle about the 1 to 3 hole. Called his own number like you called, Watson, there, and wasn't even thinking about passing one bit there and didn't have to, and got into that end zone with ease, untouched.
Not a good sign at all. Stephon Smith limps off very gingerly. And he'll get some attention from the training staff over on the Colonel sideline. Irish going to go for 2. Johnson looking to pass. Has time in the pocket. Swings left side. Batted up and incomplete. Shade Smith with great coverage there. Knocks down the 2-point conversion. It remains a 12-point game. 18-6. St. Joe on top with 9:30 to play in the third. We're back in a minute with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. To go in the third quarter. Bryce Johnson with a 6-yard run. 2-point try, no good, and they go for the onside kick. It will not go 10 yards. Goes out of bounds around the 46, and the Colonels will have great field position as they've got to make a second half comeback here.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Watson. Indianola has had good field position the entire game, just not able to get anything going. As soon as they get some things going, they shoot themselves in the foot with penalties, miscues on snaps, bad communication with each other. Really do have to get something here on this first series going on this drive. Got plenty of time. Indianola cannot get too excited or in a hurry. They haven't been down at all, especially by this much, in over 2 years. And just really going to have to keep battling back here and stay focused and execute.
Colonels decline the penalty. They'll take it where it went out of bounds at the 47, 1st and 10 from the Irish 47. Ball is loose on the ground. And the Colonels have recovered. That is the 3rd, if not the 4th time tonight there has been an issue with the center to quarterback exchange.
Well, what it is St. Joe has a quick defensive nose guard, and that sun gun is creating havoc all night long for Seth Travis. Seth, the senior, really has to step it up here. He's our big anchor on this offensive line here. He's really got to get that head up there on a swivel, get rid of that ball, get a good snap back there, and get it in Davis's hands.
2-yard loss to the 49, 2nd and 12 for the Colonels. Ball is on the far hash as they move right to left. Davis will turn, pitch it to Harris, makes a cut at the Irish 45. He's got a Greenville Motorsports first down, dragging Irish defenders inside the 35, down to the 34, maybe the 33. What a run by Sebastian Harris.
And that's exactly what we needed right there. Well executed, toss sweep out to the 8 hole there, and Sebastian Harris having number 5, Ben Van Cleve, coming out of the tight end position, blocking out there, and Sherman Timms, the lead block there, coming from that fullback position, just really bowling and executing and getting Harris into the secondary there where he's able to make some plays.
16-yard pickup to the Irish 33.
Take your time, take your time.
Davis will go under center, I formation in the backfield. He'll hand it to the fullback, Tim, straight ahead, puts his head down, gets to the 30, give him 3 on the carry. We'll bring up 2nd and 7. Big Darquavian Davis in there to make the tackle.
Hey, I'll take that. 3 times 4 is 12, man. 3 yards a rush, 4 times is 12 yards. That's a first down. That's what we need tonight. We need to keep going positive way.
Colonels trailing St. Joe 18-6 with 8:16 to play in the third.
St. Joe is stuffing the box, daring them to throw.
2nd and 7, handoff is to Harris, trying to spin out of initial contact. And he will pick up 2 to the 28. We'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Wow. I'm telling you, Watson, I didn't mean to interrupt there. St. Joe really is putting 8 men in the box, manning up on the outside there, daring Indianola to pass the ball there. We need to really get it to the outside once again. I really like that toss sweep there where we were able to get Harris out in the open space there and let him fly.
3rd and 5. Colonels need a first down from the Irish 28. Davis will turn, hand to Harris. He's got a Greenville Motorsports first down, it appears. Inside the 25 to the 23. I don't know. It'll depend on the spot.
Just a blast play there out of about the 3-5 hole there. Harris did a good job of getting in behind those offensive linemen and getting in behind Sherman Timms as well there. Timms has been used a lot tonight as the blocking back, and he is a big one to block. He's a good one to get behind there. Does a good job opening up some holes for the Colonels.
5-yard pickup to the 23. Greenville Motorsports first down for the Colonels. Davis will go under center, I formation in the backfield. On 1st and 10, play action. Davis going to roll to his right, looking to run, and going to be cut down after a short pickup. Going to be brought down around the 21, it appears. Give him 2 on the carry.
And that's the weird thing about Davis. He's a very quick and fast runner, but when he breaks down to make a cut there, his cuts are not fast one bit there. I don't know if he's thinking about sliding, running, juking. I'm not sure. His first thought should be as a quarterback to slide there, definitely not get hurt. We got to have him up under that center there. Need him going on all 8 cylinders. 2nd
and 8 from the Irish 21. 6:30 to play in the third. Colonels down 18-6. They pitch it to Harris. Makes a cut over on the Colonel's sideline, and it looks like he may have enough for another first down. Let's see where they mark him. Gets inside the 15. It'll depend on the spot once again. Ooh. Give him 7 to the 14. 3rd and 1.
St. Joe calls a timeout.
And the Irish will call a timeout with 5:59 to go in the third. Colonels will face 3rd and 1 from the Irish 14 when we come back in a minute with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. Welcome back. 5:59 to play in the third quarter. IA trailing St. Joe 18-6. Colonels have 3rd and 1 from the Irish 14. Looking to climb back in this one. Battle of 3-0 teams here in Greenville. 1 versus 2 in MAIS AAA action. Glad you're with us tonight on Super Talk for the Delta. The handoff is to Tim straight ahead. He's got a Greenville Motorsports first down inside the 10, down around the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Colonels.
Just keeping those feet churning there. Sherman Tillum's able to move those chains, diving in about the 2-hole there. Almost looked like a veer play where Davis was reading the defensive tackle. Defensive tackle shot upfield a little bit, gave it in there quick.
1st and goal from the 8. Timms takes the handoff again, gets by a man at the 5, puts his head down, and he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Colonels. Sherman Timms takes it in from 8 yards out to cap a 9-play 47-yard drive, and the Colonels pull within 6.
Definitely what we needed there, a recipe for success there. Nice drive down the field. Colonels had a short field position there, and were able to capitalize on that. A nice drive there to put that momentum right back in the center of the field, and we're going to try to rely on the defense now.
Lang is on for the extra point. His first was wide left. Ben Van Cleve to snap, Josh Hill to hold. There's movement up front.
I'd go for 2 now. Go for 2.
And that's what Van Cleve is turning and asking
you
Coach
got to
Nestor.
go for 2 now. Come on, we got that momentum on the offensive side of the ball.
And Coach Nestor going to answer the seniors' call.
I would too. It's a 1-yard push, surge. I'd run the same play that we ran the play before the dive with Sherman Tibbs going into about the 2 or 4 hole. Come on.
The Colonels will go for 2.
Let's go offensive line. It's on you.
After the 8-yard Timms run, backs will be split behind Davis. And flags down once again. Colonels may pick up another half yard here.
Yeah, they did. I got an offensive lineman trying to get a sub in, hitting his helmet. We got 1 yard to go. Come on.
Offsides again, the call on the Irish. So 5:40 to go in the third. The Colonels have cut it to 6. Trying to cut it to 4. They can get the 2-point try here. Davis will go under center with Timms and Harris in the backfield. Davis will turn, give it to Timms, and he walks in there for the 2-point conversion. Colonels cut it to 4. We've got a ball game once again here in Greenville, 18-14. Colonels cut the Irish lead to 4. See if we can continue the comeback.
Uh-oh, got somebody hurt on the field there.
Wow, there is a Colonel down.
Looked like maybe 72. I couldn't tell.
We've seen several Colonels have to be tended to by the medical staff here tonight.
I know Slade Boone, 72, was hurting earlier in the game. I never saw who this was laying down there, though.
So the Colonels cut it to 4, 18-14, while they tend to the injured Colonel. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Ready for John Deere tractor.
Welcome back. Slade Boone is the injured Colonel, and he is walking off the field with some assistance from the Colonel coaching staff. Certainly hope he will be okay and able to return. The good news, the Colonels have cut it to 4. Sherman Timms with an 8-yard touchdown run. Timms also with a 2-point run. St. Joe now leading 18-14 with 5:40 to go in the third quarter. See if this sparks a little life in the Colonel defense as they get ready to come back out on the field.
I know I definitely would love it. Hey, if your defense, you're seeing that offense is reacting now, and also really being able to click on all 8 cylinders here, put together 2 or 3 positive plays in a row. It was what's even greater, Watson, is the first play was the bad snap there. We were able to get on the ball and keep the ball there, and tough. I mean, we barely had a huge break and go in our favor.
Lang set to kick it away from the 40. Well, if you're just joining us, what a game we've had here tonight in Greenville. Now Colonel's going for the onside kick, and they have recovered, I believe.
Lester's got
Unless it came loose, I believe Wesley Lester had the recovery. The St. Joe coaching staff saying it touched a Colonel.
No. It sure did, right when he went about 12 yards across the line.
How about the sophomore Lester getting downfield, recovering the onside kick? So Coach Nestor giving the Irish a little dose of their own medicine.
Wow. I saw it set up. It was beautiful there, and it ran well. However, at the same time, I just could not tell. I wouldn't have never pulled that. Uh-oh.
No, they're going to say St. Joe football. And so it did hit a Colonel. Coach Ray Bridges right up here beside us says it hit Mitchell Pitts going downfield.
Yeah.
It will be St. Joe ball. It certainly looked like the ball changed directions there.
Well, we got to have a little excitement there, Watson. And, hey, the defense knows that Coach Nestor is fighting for them as much as he can there. They've got to have that momentum still on their side.
So the Irish have it 1st and 10 from the Colonel 48. Stephon Smith is back in there. We saw him limp off earlier. Great to see Smith back in. Johnson looking to pass on 1st down, going down the left side, has a man there. And
awesome
Shade
coverage.
Smith once again knocks it away. Intended receiver was Reggie Cotton. Is there a flag down?
No, I was saying Shade Smith on the Van Cleve, nominee for Van Cleve insurance coverage of the game there. Just
absolutely.
Good coverage.
And the intended receiver for the Irish is still down over on the far side.
I think is that Adams? I see 11, 5, 4. Over here, 4.
I want to say that's 14
no, that's 11.
Cotton. I'm not certain.
Yeah, that's what I think it is too.
5:31 to play in the 3rd quarter. St. Joe 18, Colonels 14. Well, Shade Smith has played a heck of a game at corner tonight.
Yeah, that was Reggie Cotton. Yeah, he really has. And they're walking him all the way around the field. They're not going to come across.
And Cotton is up and walking off mostly under his own power, little assistance, so that's good to see. Hopefully he'll be back in the game.
For sure, for sure.
2nd and 10 Irish from the Colonel 48.
Oh, got the golf cart coming around. We got to invest in one of those.
Brady, I'm 99.9% certain the previous line of scrimmage was the 48. I think St. Joe lost a yard on the incomplete pass.
We'll take it.
They've put it back at the 49. We're going to call it 2nd and 10 from the 48. Johnson takes a snap out of the gun, hands off to Hendricks, and he is wrestled to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Stuart Nichols the first to get there. Also the jackhammer, Jack Dodd, getting in there.
Well, you also missed it there. Sherman Timms doing his best impersonation of hillbilly hand grabbing. He was on the ground there laying down, and he was holding on to that ankle, man. Good excitement there. Sherman was not letting go. He was anchored on that ground there, waiting for some of his compadres to come up and help. Good job of getting there, and this is where we want them, a 3rd and long situation.
Can you trademark that?
I will.
Hillbilly hand grabbing, I like that. 3rd and 12 from midfield. Ball is loose on the ground. It's going to be picked up by the running back 4. He's brought down in the backfield. Sherman Timms, the tank, gets back there to bring down Ford on a busted play.
Well, Timms also gets another Bill's Body Shop nominee collision of the game there. I tell you, man, he really hammered down. That was number 2 there that time. Kendrick Ford there running the ball there, just trying to get anything that he could out of that play. And, hey, the short field position there, the onside kick that went for bust for Indianola Academy did not shoot us in the foot, Watson. That momentum starting to shift to our side.
6-yard loss back to the 44. The Irish will have to punt it away. William Bear, you're back to return. A flag is down. It's a nice high kick. Barrier will call for a fair catch. Muffs it. St. Joe recovers. And that is Dylan Johnson who recovered the muffed punt.
It's going to be an illegal formation, though.
Takes it down inside the 10. Hopefully that's going to come back.
Yeah. Ugh.
Wow, what a break this would be for Indianola Academy.
Man, just too much excitement there.
And it appears this one will not count. Wow. You know, nobody feels worse about it than William Barrier. He's been back there all year to return punts, call for the fair catch. Just let it go through his hands. He's going to get another opportunity here. Guarantee you he makes the most of it.
Now Watson clarified that rule there. Once he missed that ball there, is St. Joe allowed to carry it further there? Are they allowed to advance it?
Yes, that's a live ball.
Okay. Well, I just noticed the refs were kind of blowing it off down there like it was almost a dead ball. Stop, you know, and it was no such thing there. They shouldn't have blown it. I guess maybe because they knew the flags were thrown to slow it up.
So a 5-yard penalty. Colonels get a jump here. Ben Van Cleve busted through. Will Lang nearly gets a block. He's going to go straight up in the air, a short kick, going to hit at the Colonel 41 and take a St. Joe roll to the 32. Boy, Van Cleve couldn't have timed that any better.
Golly.
Nearly got the block.
Almost reminded me of that wrecking ball video last year that went viral on YouTube where Van Cleve timed a snap there. And you're exactly right, Watson. The only thing that could have happened better there is we knocked the punter down there and just couldn't get there to it.
3:47 to play in the third. Colonels down 18-14 with the football. 1st and 10 from their own 32 after the punt. 29-yard punt out of Hendricks. No return. Colonel quarterback Davis will go under center. Backs are split. He'll hand off to Sherman Timms.
Go,
breaks loose in midfield. Timms is to the 35, to the 30. Can he outrun Sampson?
Yes,
he can. Touchdown, Colonels. And Sherman Timms goes 68 yards for the go-ahead touchdown.
Woo! Man, just a dive straight up the 4-hole there. That thing was wide open. Some good blocks up front. He hit the hole real quick there before it collapsed and was able to just scamper on through there. And once he got out into that open, Coach Nestor said at that Lions Club meeting a couple of weeks ago, he was the fastest Colonel on the field. He definitely showed it there that time. He outran a lot of gifted athletes that St. Joe possesses there. 23 almost caught up for him. Jacob Nelson, who is a very speedy player.
I said Sampson, it was Nelson. You're right.
Yeah, and just could not bring him down. Sherman Timms had all that headroom going.
Lang is on for the extra point. This will make it a 3-point game. And we've got a flag down.
Offensive movement.
This will back the Colonels up 5 yards. Lang will try again. He certainly has the leg for it.
The Colonels are saying that it's against St. Joe. Oh, it was offsides.
Wow, the Irish players in disagreement down on the field.
And Ben wants to go for 2 again. I do too. I mean, anytime you miss that first chip shot, PAT, I'd go for it. I mean, St. Joe, is going for it. You're not playing games of 1 anymore.
And the Colonels will bring the offense back out onto the field. So after Sherman Timms' 68-yard run, his second touchdown run of the night, the Colonel's going to go for 2, try to make it a 4-point lead. They're up 20-18 with 3:35 to play in the third.
If we're 16 for 16 and PAT conversions on the year, I'd kick it.
And Timms will get the handoff again, and he's in there right now. St. Joe does not have an answer for the Irish.
Look.
There's a scrum on the field. Bodies go flying to the
ground.
ground.
That was Sherman threw Seth Travis back.
Wow.
And that was Sherman Timms pulling his senior center back.
And now the coaching staff's out on the field. Boy, this one's been chippy from the jump. Flags are down, may have offsetting here. I don't know. It's going to take a while to sort this out. 2-point try is good. A Colonel just went down on the sideline.
Yeah, I see.
Not sure.
Like
hopefully that's a cramp.
Yeah, I think that's
hope.
going to be a cramp too.
Wow, so some excitement, not really the right word because you don't like to see that in high school football, but
I definitely liked how the coaching staff stepped in, though, real quick, where if any of y'all have seen that Last Chance U video, a lot of crazy things happened there that could have been avoided. Indianola coaching staff did a good job of stepping out there real quick. And that's what I was saying with Sherman. he came in and body slammed his own player, telling him to get back, get out of there, and that's not what you want. That's not what Indianola Academy football is about. Avoided a big controversy there. Could have been a lot nastier. Hey, we got another district game to play, and this ball game isn't over. We got to have all our linemen, especially from here on out.
Yeah, so the Colonels go up 22-18 with 3:35 to play in the third. The St. Joe crowd over here on the home side trying to get behind the home-standing Irish, all the blue and white standing up across the way. Emotions have been high all week.
Yeah.
They've been high. They've been high all year.
They really have.
Ever since the last time these two teams met. Been a lot of talk on social media about this one, and starting to see that come out on the field. So offsetting penalties, and Lang will kick it away from the 40.
And that's really the only thing you can call there. They were both tussling and hustling in there, and just Indianola Academy avoiding that, as well as St. Joe. And Indianola Academy has that momentum back on that sideline. That's where I would safely like it to stay the remainder of the game. Indianola, though, is going to be in for a dogfight to the end of this game. Long ways playing time to play.
So Lang is set to kick it away. And he will kick it this time. Not an onside kick. Going to be caught at the 5-yard line. And that is Adams looking to return. Reverses field twice. Now runs up the middle of the field, still on his feet, and finally going to be taken down at the 20. He ran about 45 yards and only gained about 10 there. Mitchell Pitts on the tackle. There is a flag down.
Yeah, a lot of times whenever you get that going back and cutting back, you will get some holding, some clips and blocks in the back there. And that is the one negative thing there, and I believe that's what it's going to be called here on St. Joe. Hadn't seen anything called yet, though. That's so tough to cover. And Indianola, St. Joe tried to set up the same run back where they get to the outside there, and they set it up. They tried to bring in to bait Indianola Academy's return or kickoff team there. Indianola did a good job, had nothing to do with it. They ran down their lanes, and they had nothing of it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And did a good job of breaking down, running their lanes, and executing on the kickoff team.
So the penalty will take the Irish back to their own 10 to start this drive. The Colonels have stormed back and have a 22-18 lead with 3:23 to play in the third. Back-to-back touchdown runs from Sherman Timms, one from 8 yards out, one from 68 yards out.
St. Joe going to have to burn their third timeout if they don't hurry up.
Johnson looking to pass, fires right side, complete to Hendricks behind the line of scrimmage. And he's going to work his way up the field and be taken out of bounds by a couple of Colonels. Ben Van Cleve over there to make the tackle along with Sebastian Harris. And the Irish crowd having a word or two for Van Cleve. They didn't like the aggressiveness of the tackle there.
The way he just gets up whenever he gets up there. He makes you really love to hate him if you're his opponent, man. He is a tough, brutal athlete there. Very gifted, just gets to the ball and lays a hard lick, and afterwards he'll help you up, and that definitely gets up under some people's skin there too. Just a good athlete all around for the Colonels.
Eight-yard pickup, 2nd and 2 from the 18. Johnson looking to pass, in trouble, gets by the defender, and he's going to pick up the first down, gets a nice block downfield, and going to be run out of bounds shy of the 40. And the St. Joe coaching staff going to have a flag thrown for unsportsmanlike. They were arguing, looking for, I'm not sure what. And a flag is thrown on the Irish coaching staff. Credit Johnson with a nice run there.
I really don't know what he's looking for either. I didn't see anything. I'm like you, Watson. Johnson just made a nice run there. If anything, maybe a hold on Gray Odom out here. Gray was almost being held at the wide, or is at his D-back position there. But I mean, I wouldn't see a St. Joe coach getting upset because his player's holding. But nonetheless, Indianola is going to catch another break here.
So they'll mark him out at the 38, it appears, then step off the unsportsmanlike. Is that correct?
Against the coach.
Unsportsmanlike is the call against St. Joe. And the Colonel crowd on their feet across the way. They're getting behind this Colonel defense. They sense a stop here.
It is a big crowd over there tonight. They are stretched all the way from the back of the end zone all the way down to the other end zone. Wow, the whole sideline over there is filled up with Colonel White.
So the Irish back at their own 22 after the penalty. They'll hand it off to Ford out of the backfield. And he's brought down at the 27, 5-yard pickup. Stephon Smith on the tackle.
Ford reaching that ball out there at the end, just trying to get everything he can. Almost let the thing go, and that could have been very sketchy there for St. Joe offense. What is number 5 doing over here at receiver? Oh, there he goes.
2nd and 5 from the Irish 27. 2:30 to play in the third. Colonel's on top, 22-18. Johnson going to call his own number. He's corralled by blue and white shirts everywhere. Stuart Nichols was the first to get to him. And they will mark him down at the 29, 2-yard pickup. We'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Wow, Indianola defense just really swarming to the ball there. And that's what you got to do, gang tackle here, especially on these gifted athletes that St. Joe possesses. They are a very good team. Indianola Academy gang tackling, and that's what we're going to need here tonight. Got to get a little pressure on him here.
3rd and 3 Irish. Colonel's looking for a stop as Indianola leads 22-18. Under 2 minutes to play now in the third quarter. Johnson will take the snap from the gun, looking to pass, swings it right side, complete to Hendricks, wrapped up by Gray Odom and taken down. I believe he may have gotten enough for the first down, though, as he fell forward.
Yeah, I believe so as well there. Gray did a great job of keeping number 5, Hendricks, in front of him, did a great job breaking down, holding on to him there just long enough so Van Cleve and company could come over there and help bring down the tackle. Hendricks has been a force to be reckoned with all night long, and Johnson knows how to get the ball in his receiver's hand whenever he needs those 2 or 3 yards.
First down Irish, 4-yard pickup to the 33. Ball is on the near hash as the Irish move left to right here in the third. St. Joe led 18-6 at one point. The Colonels have rattled off 16 unanswered.
I'm going to look for a screen to Krutz out there in the wide out open.
Johnson will hand it off to Ford, runs it to the right side, brought down by Odom. The ball comes loose but goes out of bounds. Irish catch a break there that they ran to the short side of the field. Credit Gray Odom with coming up, laying a nice lick there.
A nice Bills body shop collision of the game nominee. Gray Odom coming from his defensive back position, putting his helmet right on the ball there, and that's what they teach you. And it squirted that ball out there. Unfortunately for Indianola Academy, it knocked it out of bounds there. So St. Joe will retain possession here. 2nd down and 8, 7 to go.
Yeah, 2-yard gain to the 35, 2nd and 8. Johnson will work out of the gun. He'll look to pass. Time in the pocket. Lost it down the left side. Sebastian Harris is back there and dropped the interception. He tipped it, had it in his hands, and then couldn't hang on as he was set to return it back down the field. Incomplete pass. We'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, just the receiver down there. They've really gone to him several times here in key moments there, and Harris was just right there with him, right in his hip pocket. Very good coverage downfield. It was almost actually an underthrown ball there as they had to kind of both wait on the ball to get to him. That's a rarity of a mistake, that a miscue that Johnson has done at quarterback in position for St. Joe.
3rd and 8. Colonel's going to try once again to get a stop. 59 seconds to go in the third. Colonel's on top by 4. Snap back to Johnson, looking to pass, lost it left side. It's complete. First down, Irish, and taken out of bounds is Jonathan Jordan near midfield. They're going to mark it right at the 50. 15-yard pickup will move the chains for St. Joe.
I tell you, Johnson just puts that ball where only his receiver can catch it there, and just did a good job of threading that outside. And number 11, the receiver there, Trey Adams, watched that ball in there and did a good job of catching, keeping his feet in bounds there and moving those chains.
It's a 1st and 10 Irish from midfield.
Got a trips over here.
Colonel's number 1 in the state, the Irish number 2. What a battle we've had here in Greenville. Colonel's up 22-18 with 52 seconds to play in the third. Johnson going to call his own number, tries to run it left side and going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Mitchell Pitts.
Yeah, that was 27 Pitts over to make the tackle. Second and 10 coming up.
Looked like he got out of bounds, though, and no, he stayed in bounds. That was a tackle inbounds there, so that's going to keep this clock running. Pitts did a good job there, just stretching that line of scrimmage and not allowing Johnson to get to the outside. Well, now they're stopping the clock.
Yeah, they're going to say lost a yard back to the 49. So second and 11 from the Irish 49. Johnson takes the snap from the gun, looking to pass. Goes deep down the left side, looking for Jordan. Incomplete. Chade Smith back there once again with the coverage, and he continues to have a great night in the Colonel secondary.
Should I write it down again? I mean, Chade Smith once again in the third quarter.
I think we just go on and make the call.
Yeah, really. Unless something crazy happens at the end of this game, which the way this game is going down to the wire right now, I wouldn't put it past it, Watson. We will have to stay tuned because there is still one more quarter left to play.
But another nomination there for Chade
sure.
Smith, the Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage of the game. Third and 11 for the Irish from their own 49. Clock is stopped with 26 seconds to play in the third. Johnson looking to pass once again, throws right side, incomplete, was trying to hit Trey Adams, threw it over his head and out of bounds. That'll bring up fourth down.
And good coverage there that time by 25 Gray Odom and number 10 Sebastian Harris. The ball was thrown a little high there. Adams can normally jump out of the gym, just cannot jump that high to get that ball there that time. And I believe we might see another St. Joe punt. Got to watch the ball.
They will send the punter, Hendricks, out onto the field. William Barrier will go back and stand around his own 20 to return. Wow, what a game.
It's 78-22.
Hendricks will go back and stand around his own 37 to punt it away. And we've got a stop in action. Now we're ready to go, I believe. Barrier has backed up to his own 15. A low to the ground, end over end kick. Nice punt out of Hendricks. Will roll out of bounds near the 15. Colonels will have 80-plus yards to go if they want to extend the lead. Right now, they've got a 4-point lead, 22-18 over the Irish with 13 seconds to play in the third. They'll have it first and 10 from their own 15.
Well, Will Davis and company really have already got a little confidence up on them here as the third quarter has extended, and they've brought that lead back onto the Indianola Academy visitors sideline here, and they just need to continue to execute here and avoid those fumbles, those miscues here, and execute. Play like we know how to play.
So Davis will go under center. Backs are split. On first and 10 from the Colonel 15, he'll pitch it right side to Harris. Has blockers set up, tries to stretch it to the sideline. Going to be close to a first down. We'll see where they mark it. Gets close to the 25. They'll say he stayed in bounds. Going to be second and 1, a 9-yard gain.
Watson, I got to say this, number 5, Ben Van Cleve there, making a nice lead block there. He blocked number 5 down 20 yards down the field there. He was blocking him still at the 35-yard line. Kept a body on number 5, Hendricks, and that's what you're going to have to do if you're going to be successful here tonight.
The third quarter comes to an end. Indianola Academy on top of St. Joe, 22-18. Colonels will have second and 1. When we come back to start the fourth quarter, you're listening to IA Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. Set to start the fourth quarter, Indianola Academy with a 4-point lead over the St. Joe Fighting Irish, 22-18. What a game we've had. St. Joe led 18-6. After one series to start the third quarter, the Colonels have scored 16 unanswered with a couple of Sherman Timms touchdown runs and 2-point conversions. Timms has done it all here in the second half for the Colonels. IA with 2nd and 1 from their own 24 as they now move left to right here in the fourth quarter. We'll hand it off to Harris. Speed play around the left side. He's got a first down and more. Breaks free at the 35 to the 40, 45 before he's finally taken off his feet. Greenville Motorsports first down for the Colonels.
I thought maybe it was a flag or something there. A lot of the players just kind of really stood up and looked around, kind of had a lackadaisical effort there. Really just didn't finish the play there and execute, but nonetheless, we moved the chains there. Harris just getting out on that speed play to the left where he gets to the outside, turns the corner there and burns, baby. He did a good job of opening up that field real quick, moving those chains.
21-yard gain to the Colonel 45, 1st and 10. Davis under center. He'll fake the give to Harris and give it to Pitts around the left side. Pitts puts his head down. He's got a Greenville Motorsports first down in Irish territory to the 44, 11-yard pickup for Mitchell Pitts.
Just another good hard run there by Pitts and company. Any of these backs tonight, they're really running possessed. The coaches have done an excellent job of stretching this field wide now and kind of has St. Joe defense guessing what's going to go on, and I don't know why. It seems like Indianola just suddenly is having a lot of success running the ball, and that's what we like to see, as Davis and them really hadn't had a lot of success passing.
1st and 10 from the Irish 44. Handoff is to Timms straight ahead, and he's going to be stacked up after a short gain. They'll give him 1 to the 43. We'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, that was kind of a little weak running there that time. It was just a little odd. And everybody kind of stood up there that time and really quit on the play. Sherman didn't have anywhere to go that time and just was kind of a halfway run play there. Glad the Colonels were able to hold on to the ball and get at least that 1 yard.
2nd and 9 from the 43. Clock runs with 10:50 to play. Colonels up 4. Davis with play action, looking to pass. Has Pitts open to the 37. It's caught. A Greenville Motorsports first down inside the Irish 25 to the 23. He's taken out of bounds by Dylan Johnson. A 20-yard pitch and catch from Davis to Pitts.
Wow. Hadn't seen Caleb Ernest in years. I got to give him a shout out. He is watching over in Bangladesh the Colonels play. That's a long way away. Great basket catch there, by the way, by Mitchell Pitts. You got to give it to him there. Sold the fake dive there and just threw it over in the hands, the bread basket.
I'm still trying to wrap my brain around Bangladesh.
I know.
1st and 10 from the 23. Harris with the handoff around the left side, tries to make a cut inside. And he's going to be brought down just inside the 20. Give him 4 to the 19. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Man, you are all over this world watching. Just think sooner or later they're going to have cameras on you and I, so we're actually going to be like almost on TV.
I certainly hope not.
I hope not either.
Colonel's looking to run some clock here in the fourth and add to a 4-point lead. The number 1 team in the state, the IA Colonels, leading the number 2 team, St. Joe Fighting Irish, 22-18. Clock runs with 10 minutes to play. Colonels with 2nd and 6 from the Irish 19. The handoff straight ahead and taken down with authority. Boy, the Irish come up with a huge stop there. Wesley Lester with the handoff. JoJo Sanders was having none of it.
He stayed low and definitely caught Lester. Lester's got those long legs, just to not get him up there. It wasn't an opening. JoJo Sanders stayed unblocked there, and he just picked up Wesley from the ground, and that's a big man to pick up there, I'll tell you that for sure. But Sanders definitely did it with authority there. Nice lick there by St. Joe.
They give Lester forward progress to the 18. A gain of 1 will bring up 3rd and 5. Davis under center. Harris comes in motion. Play action. Davis looking to pass. Lost it. Nobody's home. St. Joe will intercept it. Picked off at the 5 by Trey Adams. Miscommunication between quarterback and receiver now, and the Irish are alive.
Yeah, they are. They got a long way to march downfield, but one thing about it, they can for sure do it, Watson. Just on that time, there was triple coverage there. It was in the middle of the field. You don't loft something there. Davis has to put a little pep on it or throw that thing away. He was being hit. It was just a three-step drop there. It was supposed to be something real quick. Instead, he lofts one up there, trying to beat several players. There were several of them back there playing center field there, and were able to pick it off. I thought they almost dropped the ball, as a matter of fact. It was almost a big break in Indianola's favor, but instead shot ourselves in the foot after making a nice long drive.
So St. Joe will have 96 yards to go after the interception. They've got it 1st and 10 from their own 4. Colonel still holding on to a 4-point lead. The handoff is to Ford, hit in the backfield, taken down all the way back in the end zone as LaKendrick Ford. Wesley Lester comes up with the tackle.
Wow.
And his brother-in-law is beside himself over here beside me.
That was authority there, man. I tell you, he returned the lick there a second ago. Man, a nice collision there. Thought he had himself a nice safety there. Oh, man, that would be awesome. We really did a great job there executing on the defensive side of the ball there, Lester did, and released off his man and just made a nice tackle. Open field.
3-yard loss back to the 1. 2nd and 13 for the Irish.
Come on, D.
Johnson from the gun, empty backfield, looking to pass, throws deep downfield, got a man, incomplete, had Adams. Adams had to kind of turn back at the last second to try to haul it in, couldn't do it. Gray Odom had the coverage. Incomplete pass brings up 3rd and 13.
Yeah, he did. Threw the ball kind of behind him there, and then Adams wasn't able to adjust on that ball there. Gray was beat by about a step, but it was a very good throw there by Johnson. Had plenty of time to throw the ball, and it's 3rd down and long.
3rd and 13 from their own 1. Huge opportunity here for this Colonel defense. IA 22, St. Joe 18 with 8:37 to play. Colonel's looking for a stop. Trips come to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Empty backfield for Johnson. He's going to step up in the pocket and run, and he's going to be upended just across the 5. Ball is loose.
Run it.
Sebastian
Run
Harris comes up with it, and the officials are going to blow it dead. They say Johnson was down.
They did.
Yes, they're going to mark him at the 4. 3-yard pickup brings up 4th and 10.
Watson, I play a little tennis, and you've played before. The way I get a lot of points sometimes is after the point's over with, if it's one that's questionable on the line, I just walk like we got that point and it was a good shot there. And sometimes, more times than not, your opponent's going to say, yeah, good shot, go on with it and everything. Hey, Sebastian Harris has to run that, pick up that ball and run it like, hey, he fumbled that ball. That was not forced by the ground there, and let the officials leave it in their hands there. You got to sell that sometimes.
Hendricks will punt near the back of his own end zone. Barrier will stand at the Irish 40 to return. A nice high spiral kick out of Hendricks. Barrier will haul it in at the 45 and look for the return. Gets by man at the 40, picks up a block from Odom. Barrier down the left side. Multiple flags are down.
Some nice licks going on here tonight. Wow.
Yeah, Gray Odom was looking for a little revenge himself there.
I think so, for sure.
Barrier taken out of bounds near the 35. We'll check the penalty flags.
I'm sure that's going to be some blocks in the back there. Normally on the return game like that, that's when it is. Dang, the cheerleaders are getting up in the bleachers here now. They are bringing it to the fans here. And you got to credit St. Joe. They have really brought a home crowd here tonight. These bleachers are packed. These sidelines are packed just as much as the opponents, the visitor sideline, the Colonel sideline. Our sidelines are filled up over there as well. Everybody came to see this good game, and so far it has been a wonderful one.
44-yard punt. 13-yard return, but we'll check the penalty marker. Officials had a long conference with the Colonel coaching staff. And a block in the back against the Colonels. They'll put it back at the 45. Colonels have it 1st and 10 from the Irish 45 and a 4-point lead, 22-18 with 7:32 to play.
I tell you what, Watson, we got a lot of people out there in Colonel Nation listening in tonight. This is a huge broadcasted game. Everybody's been anticipating this all week long, and I definitely hope we are bringing it in live in living color. As good of a game as it is, I hope we're broadcasting it, and it's a good one, folks.
Davis will go under center on 1st and 10. Backs are split. Timms is still out of the game. He limped off after a carry on the last drive. Handoff goes to Sebastian Harris. He'll get one to the 44, bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, just that looked like almost we're standing right here on the line of scrimmage. I believe one of their defensive players was in the neutral zone. Didn't get a call on that time. They are really greedy, and they get up on that line. They're very aggressive there on that line of scrimmage, and they are challenging Indianola Academy's offensive line right now. These guys have really got to play here, focus, and dig deep.
Clock runs under 7 minutes to play. I formation in the backfield with Lester and Harris. Play action. Davis going to turn and run to the right side. And going to get to the 39 before he's taken down. Boy, he avoided a huge collision there.
A Hendricks headhunt is what I'm going to call that. Man, that guy likes to hit. He likes to go for the gusto for sure. Man, he had Davis's number cued there, and you're exactly right. Davis got saved by the saving grace of somebody pulling him down from behind there. I'll take that any day of the week.
4-yard gain to the 40, 3rd and 5 coming up for the Colonels.
Couldn't tell watching if it was some miscues there in the backfield, miscommunication, but I'll take it anyway. We can get a 3rd down and manageable play. Need a toss sweep here.
Colonels up 4, 6 minutes to play, 3rd and 5. Davis looking to pass, throws incomplete, was trying to hit Van Cleve down the right side, threw it a little bit behind him. Incomplete pass will bring up 4th down, and the Colonels will have to punt it away.
I believe it hit TK in the back, the other receiver. They were both just kind of running a seam route there and just both running down the field at the same time. Threw a little bit behind Ben, and TK Bolden was not turned around looking for the ball. He was actually going downfield to block, it looked like, for Van Cleve there. That would have been very nice had that been executed. Got to like that we're going a little bit more towards Van Cleve. He is the athlete.
Lang will stand at his own 47 to punt it away. Low snap, picks it up, tries to angle it to the sideline. It will hit at the 22. Take a nice roll to the 15 before it goes out of bounds. St. Joe will have it 1st and 10 at their own 15 with 5:53 to play. Colonel's on top, 22-18. Got to get a hold here, a stop rather.
You're exactly right. We are really hinging on this defense right now, and they are answering the call, and some of our key players are still out. Kind of got the injury here. This injury bug is hitting Indianola Academy's offense and defensive side of the ball. These guys are gassed. This is the first time they've had to play.
Timeout on the field. We'll take a break as well. 5:53 to play. Colonel's up by 4. We're back in a minute with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. Hey.
Huh?
We're clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Two, one.
1st and 10 Irish from their own 15. Johnson looks to pass, throws incomplete. That's behind the line of scrimmage. I thought they'll say incomplete pass. Was looking for Ford out in the flat. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Irish. 5:49 to play. Colonels holding on to a 4-point lead, 22-18.
Well, St. Joe again sticking with their bread and butter, just trying to spread this field out there, trying to get their athletes out into the open territory and make some things happen. Indianola Academy having good coverage there on that play.
2nd and 10 Irish from their own 15. Ball is on the near hash. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield for Johnson. Swings it left side, complete to Hendricks. And Hendricks is going to be spun out of bounds by Mitchell Pitts. As he gets up near the 20, they're going to mark him out
I was wrong,
at the 19, 4-yard pickup. Bring up 3rd and 6.
Oh, boy.
Well,
I want
St.
to
Joe
break.
once again going to number 5, Hendricks. He's their playmaker on the offense and
Three,
defensive
they're not
side of the
gonna run
ball,
straight.
making
Well,
things
after
happen.
the
Mitchell
game, you
Pitt so
think.
able to run him down there
But they don't
and
want you to
hold
go
on
out.
to him.
Well, they're asking if he asked him for next break.
3rd and 6 from the 19. Ball is on the near hash.
You right before it's over with.
Trips will go to the right side this time.
Yeah.
Johnson out of the gun, looking to pass. In
Get him.
trouble. Now going to tuck it and
Get
run,
him.
and Johnson's going to be taken down out of bounds. Will Lang and John Abbott Smith giving pursuit, and they bring down Johnson for the sack.
Sorry, Watson. I'm getting a little keyed up here.
Oh, go ahead.
Man, there was right there. Johnson slips away once again. I was like, don't get away again. Wow, such a great job there by the Colonels. Defensive front there, really manning the ship there, holding that line there and anchoring it, putting the pressure on Johnson so he's not able to scramble there. And once again, I got to say, I don't see Sherman Timms back out on the field yet, and that's just really a true testament to Indianola Academy's defense, showing how deep we are there when your best defensive player is not on the field and you're still able to hold this juggernaut of offense St. Joe
Colonels
has.
force a punt. It goes through the hands of Hendricks. He's going to pick it up and get it away. A low line drive kick barrier will let it roll, and it will go to the Colonel 49 before it is down. So the Colonels have a 4-point lead and 5:24 to play. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 49, so a chance to run some clock, perhaps run it completely out. Going to have a methodical drive, but you know St. Joe's defense, they're going to have their ears pinned back here. They're going to try to create a turnover, do something to get back in and have a chance to score again.
Yeah, Watson, and you know, I don't think we can have that play not to lose mentality. We get in this situation so many times. We got to put the gas pedal to the metal and really put the gas on the ground here and keep those clock moving, those chains moving, and keep going forward.
1st and 10, Colonels from their own 48. The handoff is to Harris, straight ahead. He's met in the backfield, gets away from contact, somehow turns that into a positive play. The Irish had a chance to bring Harris down in the backfield. Instead, he muscles his way into Irish territory to the 48. A 4-yard pickup will bring up 2nd and 6.
I got to give a shout out to the visiting sideline over there, the student section. Looks like they're getting a big wave up over there, getting the visiting side over there fired up. There's a cheerleader over there. She has been running that flag up and down that sideline all night long. They are keeping these fans involved.
2nd and 6 from the Irish 48. Under 5 minutes to play, 4:42 and running.
Take your
Colonels
time.
up 22-18. Davis under center. He'll turn, hand off to Lester, I believe.
That's who it looked like.
And Lester works
Yeah.
to the 45, 3-yard pickup.
I tell you, St. Joe has a nose guard that is in the backfield as soon as that ball is snapped there. He is keyed on that ball, really creating a lot of havoc there. Indianola Academy just doing a good job up front there. Man, it's tough right here. You got to just keep going on it, keep firing and blocking. You got to dig deep that heart. You got to remember those sprints all summer long and dig deep fourth quarter here.
3rd and 3 from the Irish 45. Davis under center. He'll pitch it right side to Harris. Turns it downfield. He's got a Greenville Motorsports first down and more, spinning inside the 35 to the 34 before he's taken off his feet. 11-yard run for Harris, and the Colonels will move the chains.
Man, just a great run there. I got to give it up to my man, Sev Travis. He was the center there that time. I watched him. As soon as he fired off there, he had penetration coming up in that A gap there, that 2 gap, and he just shot to the right there and sealed it off just enough so that Sebastian Harris could ease up through that line of scrimmage and bounce to the outside and get that much-needed yardage.
The tank is making a return. Sherman Timms back on the field. 1st and 10, Colonels from the Irish 34. Clock runs with 3:35 to play. Indianola 22, St. Joe 18. Colonels looking to run out the remainder of the clock. Timms takes the handoff on 1st and 10, and he's cut down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Will bring up 2nd and 10.
And that's the only bad thing about having those 2 big backs in there, Lester and Sherman Timms. They're so tall. Man, those legs get cut out from under them real quick there, and it's tough to run that play there. Those guys can go, though, and what the good thing, though, is we kept this clock running here. St. Joe, I believe, only has 1 timeout left in this half. It's hard to tell judging by this scoreboard, but I think it's 1 left.
They're going to say he lost one back to the 35, so 2nd and 11. 2:50 to go. Colonels will pitch it left side to Lester. Tries to cut back in, going to pick up one, maybe two. Short gain for the sophomore Lester. See where they mark him across the way.
Well, again, keeping that clock running, stayed inbounds there, stretched the play out, and Indianola Academy still milking that clock.
Give him two to the 33. There are two St. Joe Irish down on the field. One is up and hobbling off. That is
23.
Jacob Nelson. There is another Irish player down over around the 30-yard line. So 2:33 to go. Colonel's on top by 4. We'll step aside and take a break while they tend to the injured Irish. Back with Colonel Football on Super Talk.
One.
Welcome back. 3rd and 9 for the Colonels from the Irish 33. Indianola Academy on top of St. Joe 22-18 with 2:15 to play and the clock running.
Look at this lineup. Look at this formation.
Colonels will have Josh Hill in at quarterback for the first time tonight. Brings Davis in motion. Or I beg your pardon, that's Harris. Davis was split out to the right. And officials blow this one dead. That came from the back judge. Maybe a delay of game. Wow. We're back the Colonels up to the 38. Make it 3rd and 14.
I tell you what, somebody need to get a body on number 5, Hendricks, here, because he was in that backfield immediately meeting Harris. Or run away from him. I guarantee you I'd do that too.
3rd and 14 from the Irish 38. Davis takes a snap, looking left side. Got a man down there, and it is caught. First down, Colonels, or did they say incomplete?
Yes, he caught it. He caught it.
No, it is a reception. That is T.K. Bolden.
We got to teach TK how to get up after he catches the ball. He is terrible at selling that catch.
Wow, Colonels with 1st and goal from the 6. After that reception from Bolden, what a huge grab
I think
from the junior.
St. Joe called timeout again.
32 yards for the Greenville Motorsports first down. Timeout on the field. We will take another one. 1:57 to play. Colonels up 22-18. They'll have 1st and goal when we come back in a minute with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
One.
Yeah.
Welcome back. First and goal, Colonels after Davis hooks up with TK Bolden down to the 6-yard line. Colonels with first and goal, 1:57 to play and up 4, 22-18 over the St. Joe Fighting Irish here in Greenville. What a game, my friend.
And that's what St. Joe coach was saying while we were at break there. He was saying, hey, they didn't catch that ball, and they did, and you're exactly right, Watson. It is a good game.
Davis will go under center. He'll turn, hand off to Sherman Timms. The tank puts his head down, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Colonels. Would not be denied. Sherman Timms with his third touchdown run of the night. This one from 6 yards out.
Kurt saw it, too. It was kind of like a headbutt. Pow! Just knocked him back in there. It's like, go! The only pressure that he really had, he headbutted the guy and went on into the end zone there.
Puts the Colonels up 28-18 with 1:53 to play, and Lang is on for the extra point.
I tell you, that really knocked the wind out from under the sails of St. Joe here. This sideline has quickly gone quiet, and there's a lot of people leaving the stadium.
Wow, so the Colonels do exactly what they needed to do on that drive. 7 plays, 48 yards. I beg your pardon, 52 yards. 7 plays, 52 yards on the drive. Sherman Timms with his third touchdown run of the night. This one from 6 yards out. Offsides against the Irish and the Colonels. Hey, let's go for 2. Why not?
I tell you, these fans, I hadn't seen people leave this stadium this quick ever. Man, they are getting out of here quick. It got quiet real quick. You're exactly right.
So the Colonels going to go for 2, try to make it a 12-point game here with 1:53 to play. And why not? The Irish are very dangerous offensively. They can score in a hurry. Timms takes the handoff. He's in for the 2-point conversion. It's been the Sherman Timms show offensively here in the second half for the IA Colonels. Big Blue goes up 30-18 with 1:53 to play.
Yeah, just a good testament here. Indianola just really stayed to their game plan here. Got down, didn't get frazzled, and that's what you like to see, the maturity here. I think this team grew up tonight and did a great job tonight playing here and just not giving up.
So Lang will kick it away. Colonel's breathing a sigh of relief.
Finally.
Not over yet.
No,
we all know how dangerous this St. Joe team is, but you do feel much better now with a 12-point lead, 30-18, with under 2 minutes to play.
I tell you, if all these fans left and their team comes back, they are going to be ticked off.
Lang set to kick. Jordan and Adams back to return. What a second half comeback by the IA Colonels. 24 unanswered points.
You said it. You said it.
Lang with a short kick. It's going to go out of bounds around the 25. Just simply wanted to avoid a return opportunity there for the Irish.
I wish they kind of would have just let that ball sit over there, though, and I think Lang's a good enough kickoff guy to figure out that. Wish they would have left that ball staying in there, and I think Coach Nestor's kind of saying the same thing. You're right, didn't want an opportunity to return it, but almost a squib kick, find it over in a dead zone there, let his players get downfield, but we'll take it wherever we're getting it right here. 52's late checking in. You figure that he'd be the first one out on the field.
52 and 56. Davis and Clark late coming in for the Irish. They have it 1st and 10 from their own 35 with 1:53 to play. They need a couple of quick scores.
Get on the ball. Get on it.
Left side is incomplete. Intended for Trey Adams.
Hate to
bring up 2nd and 10.
That was a forward pass. My bad, fans. I'm just still keyed up.
2nd and 10 coming up for St. Joe.
I had one of the Monster energy drinks before you picked me up today. Not a good option. Not a good idea.
Just one?
Just 2.
2nd and 10 Irish from their own 35. Johnson looking to pass out of the gun, has time in the pocket, will throw over the middle, nobody home. There wasn't an Irish player within 15 yards. And Johnson looks to the sideline and says, what happened, guys?
I'm a little biased here watching Wesley, my brother-in-law. He's just up against 52 here. I don't know if coaches really teach them to try to mirror the quarterback. A lot of times with a scrambling quarterback, they teach them, hey, don't really bull rush them. Just get the mirror on them and try to keep them at bay there. But Wesley's doing a good job of not really trying to bull rush over 52 because that is a beast on that field.
3rd and 10. Perhaps down to the last couple of chances for the Irish. Johnson will swing it left side, complete to Hendricks. Gets by Pitts, but Lester is over there to bring him down. They're actually going to lose a couple of yards. Back to the 33. It'll bring up 4th and 12.
This
1:15 to play. Clock running. Colonel's up 12, 30-18. Last gasp for the Irish. Johnson looking to pass. Throws right side. It's caught by Cotton, and he's got a first down to the 45 to the 48 before he's taken down by Gray Odom. Irish will rush to the line of scrimmage.
And this is the good thing where they had to burn all those timeouts early in the second half. It's
Yes.
come back to haunt them now.
Under a minute to play now, 55 seconds. 1st and 10 Irish from their own 48. Boy, they need to hurry. St. Joe taking a lot of time off the clock. Johnson looking to pass, in trouble. He's hit after he lets it go. Pass is caught by Hendricks. Inside
this,
the
go.
40, runs over 2 Colonel defenders. Gets by Smith to the 25-20. Hendricks still on his feet and finally going to be taken down by Ben Van Cleve at the 10. Wow, you got to tip your hat to Adarius Hendricks. That's nothing more you can say than a fantastic individual effort by that young man. And he's down on the field, slow to get up.
Man, he just would not go down. A great athlete there. Man, he is. I tell you what, folks, I think he ought to see about going on at Louisiana Monroe. I tell you, the way Mississippi State played last weekend, I think we ought to send Mullen and company over here, as we've had Ladarius Perkins from Mississippi State played at Greenville St. Joe. So I tell you, number 5 there, it would be a force to reckon with in the SEC.
Well, this one not over yet. 1st and goal, Irish from the 10. Clock is stopped with 31 seconds to play. What a job there by Adarius Hendricks. Keeps his team in the game. Johnson looking to pass, looking for
coverage.
Reggie Cotton, and Gray Odom has great coverage, bats it away at the last second. 2nd and goal coming up.
I got to give Odom a nominee on the Van Cleve insurance coverage of the game nominee there. However, I don't think he's going to take that away from Shade Smith, but I will give him a little nod there.
Right, a little over a minute.
He was actually the winner of it last week, the recipient.
2nd and goal with 19 seconds to play. Colonel's still up 12. St. Joe desperately trying to cut into that. Johnson scrambling around, in trouble. Now running to his left. He's back at the 25, still on his feet. And now just going to throw it out of bounds. Wise decision there to stop the clock with 10 seconds left. That'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Man, I know one thing. I'm glad I'm up here and not playing those pass rushers down there. Johnson can frustrate a defensive lineman, and he can make it a nightmare there for them. He is giving those guys fits.
3rd and goal coming up, 10 seconds to play.
I know these headlights down here in this end zone are killing your own receivers. I think they would ask them to turn them off.
St. Joe running out of time. They need a score. 30-18. Colonel's on top with 10 seconds to go. 3rd and goal. Johnson looking to pass. He's going to tuck it and run. Wesley Lester comes up with a tackle at the 8-yard line. And time will run out. This one's over. 24 unanswered second half points for the IA Colonels, and the number 1 team in the state comes on the road and gets it done. They win it 30-18.
Wow, very impressive second half here. Watson, we had their backs against the wall.